Bill's house, and then I can't stop thinking about it. And nobody else ever remembers, but I
Stream is
remember.
live, so go ahead with your dumb thing.
Oh, good. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, say your dumb thing.
So,
Say the
like,
dumb
I'll give you
thing.
an example. A few summers ago, like Bill was excitedly talking about the science news that of the discovery of a new superconductor, and in my head, I started saying, I was like, whoa, that is a big deal because it's been so hard for everyone to get their hands on superconductors. In my head, like what I was thinking about was semiconductors, and
Oh,
what Bill was talking about is superconductors. Those are not the same thing. So I was being really dumb, but nobody noticed. And I'm the
because it
only,
was
I mean,
in your head.
now it's on the internet forever, so
Do
everyone
we
in the whole world is going to
wait?
notice.
Wait, are we now in a internet stream where we're repenting for dumb thoughts that we had? Because I did not show up with my journal.
Wait, but hold on. I want to go. Can we just revisit the decibel thing real quick and the learning from your past self? Do we
I,
think then that the difference between 120 and 125 decibels is noticeable to the human ear?
yeah, of course it is because it's a log scale. You didn't
I'm
know
looking
that?
I'm looking at a decibel chart here. So like it lists breathing as at about 10 decibels, but I
Uh-huh.
guess it depends on who's breathing.
Yeah,
A rustle
exactly.
of leaves
Jesus. Shots fired
is
at
20.
Serwin.
Wait,
Whisper is 30.
who's
So
Russell of
like
the
think about that.
Leaves?
There's breathing is 10 and a whisper is 30. Like that's 20 decibels of difference, and there's really like that's not that much of an actual audible difference. Meanwhile,
Right.
you go from
Meanwhile,
110 is a trombone,
Yeah.
120 is a police siren, 130 is a jet engine, and
Wait a minute, wait a
140
minute,
is
wait a
a
minute, wait a
rocket
minute.
launch.
Trombone to police engine? What about the trumpet? What about the
I did
saxophone?
I didn't say police engine. Now who's saying dumb stuff?
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
actually
Police siren. I
I
say dumb
got
shit all the time.
the engine of the police is very loud. Yeah.
This,
No, the internal motor of
Oh, I
the
think the idea is if
security
you put your
state.
ear right up to that trombone nozzle, like really get in that,
Trombone nozzle?
that's
yeah,
the only one I.
the
That's the
business
only way I
end of that
ingest.
trombone.
It's the
That
only way
actually
I
that
ingest
no,
trombone.
that does this does beg the question,
the
what is the
business
business
end of a
end of a
trombone.
what's the business end of a trombone? Is it the part that you blow into? That feels like where the business is happening, but it doesn't feel like the spirit of business end is being met
Mm.
by what you're saying here. I feel like you are calling the business end where the sound comes out of the trombone, but that's not where the business is being
It's an
done.
import-export thing. So like
Where, what is the business that you think is being done? Is it? It's because it's clearly not the music, which is what I think everybody else.
Shipping and handling.
come on, if we're gonna talk about music as a trombone, the first instrument we're gonna talk about,
No,
I mean, come
you,
on.
you're the one who brought the trombone into this. You're gonna have to stick by it. You're gonna
Yeah,
have to
but
be
you're
the
the one who.
trombone shorty.
Yeah, but why are you
This is
bringing music up in a trombone discussion?
this is spicy oranges all
It's
over
like
again.
I
I
have
never
fucking
wanted the trombone.
I
non
officially
sequiturs.
apologize to all of our trombone playing audience, which surely numbers in the millions,
I
for
do
Yeah,
not
Dirk's bad
apologize.
behavior.
In
all of
fact,
you
this is an
tromboners
anti.
out there, come on out of the woodwork.
This is an anti-trombone space.
No, this is a safe space for all horns and
Okay,
woodwinds.
wait, hold
Yeah,
on.
except
That
the
is
French horn.
And
yeah,
antlers while we're at it too.
fuck a bassoon.
Yeah, they can get out.
Can we accept glockenspiels though?
I had one of my
Well, yeah, but that's
friends in
not a.
college played the bassoon, and he was terrible. But it's really hard to find a bassoon player, so he technically was in the band at college. And I was like, "You ever practice?" He goes, "No." I was like, "You any good?" He's like, "No, I'm awful. Nobody else plays the bassoon." He's like, "And it looks really good on my
Yeah,
my transcript." I was
every
like, "Okay, cool,
it's like every baseball team needs a right fielder.
yeah,
You gotta
sounds good
put
for you."
somebody out there.
Wait, I played right field.
Yeah, because you suck at baseball.
It's true, I do. I'm bad
Okay.
at baseball.
All right,
That's
all
very
right.
true.
Listen, I want to go back and I want to. So it's not a logarithmic scale. It's a linear scale. but
I'll tell you
every
what,
10 decibels an increase means it's 10 times stronger in sound.
Is that not what a log scale is?
Pascal didn't
I
know
don't
what the
know.
fuck he was talking about.
Yeah, Pascal was wrong, and he lied to present future Kyle.
No,
And he lied to me as well. I'm
A log
disappointed.
scale can be drawn linearly. It's just that the way that you measure the increments is a multiple instead of it's you multiply instead of adding. So it's 10 times. Every 10 is 10 times more. That's how you do a logarithmic scale, but it can
That is
be
true.
on a line because the distance you go.
Yeah.
It's the only logs I know anything
You're
about have a
confusing
president's name attached to them.
you're confusing the graphic representation with the mathematical scale. You cannot do that.
I've never heard a turd described that way.
Okay.
Lincoln logs?
I I crap on a Lincoln log scale.
We have art. You guys want to talk? Look, listen, you guys don't let me interrupt your.
First of all, what we've been doing is art for the last
Yes.
5 minutes. Let's
We
be fair.
are art.
Yeah, welcome in.
This
It's
is
going to
actually really
increasingly be
cool.
like this more and more every session.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm back.
Oh, real quick, Dirk, before you start riffing on this art, I really hope you invested the time to watch at least the highlights from last week because I was role playing you, and I'm really proud of my Dirk role playing job. I really nailed it, and
I have two things to say that. First, I didn't watch the highlights. It has been a crazy week, but I want you to know, I still think you did a bad job.
Very good. All right, let's talk about this art sent to me by one of the users in Discord. Hold on, now I have to find the user's name. It is Dino with 4 O's. So user Dino.
Dinu?
Or is it Dino?
Could be Dino. Could be Dino.
Dinu?
Could be Dino. Could be Dino.
It could be
Dinner
Dino.
falling down the well. Yeah, does it have notation? That's a really good point, Zerwin.
It's actually Dino with a bunch of glutal stops. I love it. No, it's perfect. Okay, so anyway, there's two pictures here, two photographs, I should say, and this one is the one that I think they wanted me to show, which I really like. There's a lot of things I like about this, not the least of which being that it looks like several like supernovae erupting out of someone's face, right? Which I admire. Also, is this?
I thought it was just like exposure burns.
Yeah, maybe. Is there a mirror? Is that line right in the middle a mirror? Do you think?
No. You're getting this all wrong. This is like a frame rate thing. It's like a video. You're in between two frames of a film that is
I'm in the
moving
liminal space.
No, it's just frames.
Are we gonna? Is the artist gonna? Do we have an artist presentation or just the art presentation?
Just the art. The artist was supposed to show up last week and then didn't. And was supposed to show up this week and then isn't. So let's just talk about their art. They're not here.
Well, if the artist were here, I would say this is really cool and evocative, and I love the color choices and the sort of like random spattering of exposure burns is pretty cool. But since they're not here, this fucking sucks.
How does it? So is this a digital photograph?
I don't know.
I would love to know if was this like exposed in a dark room?
I imagine it's digital, but you're right. I don't know. I also I just like these little dots right here. These are my favorite dots on the whole thing.
You guys, you got to do this thing where you like cover it up, and so that you only see the two eyes, and then they become their own face instead of it being two faces. It becomes just you gotta like.
If you let your eyes unfocus, it kind of works that way.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
magic eyes, and then there's
Yep,
like a
yep,
face that's centered on it. I don't know. I think I'm tripping balls right now. It's really cool. I really dig this.
Yeah, I like it too. And I also like this one. It's the other one they submitted because I'm a sucker for, you know,
Lens
trees.
flare.
No, for
Because you're a
trees.
moth.
Because yes, all of those things are also true. I like lens flare and I'm a moth. Um, I don't know. I like trees a lot, and these are trees. There's at least two of them here, several more in the background, but I like this one.
I do love when trees are lit from below. I think that's such a cool effect.
There's only like a couple, like maybe a week or two in the Northeast where you get all of the cherry trees and apple trees and everything else all blooms and blossoms at once, and it's really pretty cool. I know, having lived in Ithaca for a while, a lot of the downtown they planted these cherry trees, and it just everything turns pink for like 2 weeks as the students are leaving, and then all the all the flowers are gone. One storm comes through and blows everything out. It's just I like it. It's cool. I like the temporary nature of it. Also, I like the idea that each one of those will turn into some sort of fruit.
I like that it reminds me of that scene in Matrix Revolutions where all of the squids come through the ceiling and they start spreading out in all kinds of different directions. It kind of looks like that.
Hmm. Oh. Hi, Yokai Watcher. Oh no. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping in for a minute. Okay. We did a lot last week. You guys covered a lot of ground last week, and also was a hilarious session. So, who would like to do some recap
I'll do
from
it.
last week's sessions? Okay, perfect, Dirk. Yep, you were
No,
here.
wait, I wasn't here.
Well,
We didn't figure out who did it.
No, the
No,
no.
the
the
mystery is not
notes are
yet
bad.
solved.
Don't look at the notes. Whatever you do.
We never do figure out who did it.
Uh, we partied a little bit. We went to bed. When we were awakened quite rudely early in the morning because someone was dead.
Oh,
Who?
didn't we go under the stage before? We looked around at night for whoever poisoned
You're right. We did
Karakurt,
some
whatever his name was.
investigative work to try to figure out if we like where where that goblet might have been poisoned, who did the poisoning, what kind of poison was it. We were able to retrieve the goblet. We were able to find where the actors had gotten ready underneath the stage. There were some crates with different kinds of props and costumes. And then we went to bed. Um, we were awakened because two people had been found stabbed to death, and
Again?
the act of murder had been stumbled in upon by two passers-by, and we were gonna help investigate the murder. So we did. The end. I know you
That
don't like how long my recaps are, so I expedited that for you. Okay,
Well,
so we bounced around a little bit. We went to the actual murder scene. It we There was a lot of blood. It was an elderly gentleman and some young. She was, I think, one part. She was some of the hired assistants. And what we found, so it was, I don't remember the guy's name.
Arturo.
Arturo was his first name. But because it's ancient Rome, their first names are their last names because nothing makes sense. Um, and we used Speak with Dead to talk to the two people. And Arturo couldn't really talk that well because his neck and mouth had been slashed. So that was a lot of fun for all of us. And they had been engaging in an act of sexual congress.
Coitus.
And yeah.
what you
And
mean
then
coitus?
somebody had come in and killed them. He said it was. Anyone remember the name of the killer? Sexton?
Sextus.
Sexton.
Sextus.
Sextus. Sextus killed the sexting. Um,
Yeah.
and then we went and questioned the people who had stumbled in on the murder scene.
They had stumbled
And they
in just after the murder took place, right? They
and
spooked Sextus, who jumped out the window and ran away.
yeah, and they seemed like they were telling the truth about what they had seen. We used Cone of Truth, which is always a joy. Um,
You can't speak with dead twice.
I
And
said that.
okay, both times Dirk had a really great closer on that one.
Yep.
Um, and then you went back to the basement, correct?
Yeah, and through some just brilliant sleuthing on Zerwin's part, we found out that there was real blood underneath the fake blood, and
That's
that's where the killer appears to have stashed uh, the bloodied clothes and stage makeup and such used to disguise themselves as Sextus. So it seems pretty clear it wasn't actually Sextus. Oh, we also talked to Sextus in the jail.
yep.
That's pretty good. Trying to think if you missed anything else there.
I mean, we kind of asked around about who might have been motivated to get Sextus in trouble or what might the motivations of the murder be, but so like Arturo he's married and he was bedding down with this young floozy.
Yeah. Well,
And
it sounds like sex. This thinks it has to do with weakening the Valeria family.
yeah, because he's very close with Valeria and is her right-hand man.
Okay.
And now we pick up in medias res underneath the stage in the dark. Zerwin's covered in blood and he's just downed
I'm
an
not.
entire
Yeah, I'm not covered in it. I drank some.
carafe of fake blood.
Okay.
How you feeling, Zerwin? You okay? You look a little unsteady there.
It was not the best tasting fake blood I've ever had.
Good to know.
There's a scale.
It's
Hmm.
logarithmic.
Nah, it's
I believe
linear.
it.
Uh, okay. It's at this point it's verging on mid morning. Um, I don't know what you if you want to continue to poke around in the basement here, or beneath the stage here, or if there's anything else that you might want to do in this particular area, or you could. They're serving brunch right now. You could go do that. You could also, yeah, you could. Yeah, there's lots of things you could do. What would you like to do to pursue this investigation?
Well, the sun's getting pretty high in the sky underneath this stage. Mid-morning already? Whew, we've been at this for hours. We should probably see if we can get a list of all of the different actors who were involved in the show last night, or the ball, or whatnot.
What ball show? There was no.
Whatever the event was last night.
There wasn't an event. There was just the introductions. You had dinner and went to bed.
Well, what was the thing that happened in the middle of where the guy acted
The
like he
f-
was
the f-
poisoned, but he wasn't?
yeah, the fake murder of
Oh,
the
okay.
Yeah.
host.
Yeah, that was you know, Gilderoy standing there just making the introductions. Um, but yeah, I mean, there were two actors involved in that. They took off their hoods or their masks and disguises so you could see them. And I believe he introduced them at some point also.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
So we know who they are.
Yep.
Gilderoy and the other one.
Uh, the other one, I'm not sure who you mean.
Who was the one who stabbed Gilderoy?
No one actually stabbed Gilderoy. That was fake.
Okay.
All right, so
Calico.
let's see. Rex Calico. Yep.
Tabitha Tabby is another member of the troop who pretends to be Garth.
Yep.
So it's Garth Gilderoy?
No, Garth Tort.
Yep. He's a footman.
Yeah.
You know, Jana takes incredible notes. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, Gilderoy, yeah, all right. Gilderoy,
Well, I think it's
Calico.
it's really it's not, we don't necessarily have to think it's the actors, but who would have access to that stage area? Would anybody
Well,
have
I
access
think
to it?
they'd have to know, well, it I would guess that if the person was trying to quickly find a place to stash this stuff, it would help to know that this stuff was already here, that there was fake blood under the stage. So that, in my mind, means it's more likely to be one of the actors or somebody who created, hauled all this stuff in to put it under the stage.
Mhm. All right, let's go harass some actors.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Um, you walk above the stage or back out from underneath the stage, and you hear some commotion going on in the hallway, the sort of great hall where you ate last night. Sounds like someone is yelling and people are murmuring.
I go in there.
Um, the windows are all open, the shutters are all thrown open, and light streams in from all sides, really illuminating the place quite well. The mid-morning sun, the building is built in such a way so that the mid-morning sun comes through the windows really at a great angle, and then as it gets into the afternoon, you're in the shade. But right now, it's very bright in the hall, and at the sort of front of the hall, because the stage is in the back, at the front of the hall, you see a man standing on a table. You think it's Gilderoy, and he seems to be reading some sort of thing out loud, and a large crowd has gathered around him, and they seem really disturbed by what he's reading.
What are you reading?
They can't hear you. They're on the other side of the hall, and he's yelling. So you could get.
So just yell louder, Dirk.
Yeah, I yell louder.
Ezra starts to walk over that way.
I'm also walking that way
Um,
fast.
as you all get in range, he says, you hear him reading from this paper. The job must be done while the party goes on, before the actors leave the island. They can be your cover for whomever you decide should take the fall for the necessary eliminations. Remember, it has to be both Arturo and Gilderoy. Your payment, as promised, will be delivered by the night of the new moon. Lastly, Val, we're trusting you to keep this quiet as you can, something we know you can do. Use your discretion, but take no chances. Signed, CSP. And this, he turns the note around and holds it up, was found on Sextus this morning. Proof that Val is behind these murders. One murder and one attempted murder on yours truly. She sent her man to do the dirty work. And now we have the papers to prove it. There's a lot of
Nah.
like gasping and like murmuring in the crowd as Gilderoy sort of hops down. And, people are just in a tizzy. There's a
Wait,
tizzy
where's
happening and you're in
Sextus?
it. Sextus is in the jail.
Wait, who tried to kill Gilderoy?
Yeah.
He's talking about the poisoning, though, right?
Talking about the poisoning.
What? Oh, did Gilderoy
That's
drink that? I
convenient.
thought, what's his name drank it.
They were disguised as each other.
Oh, I got you. I see. It's all starting to fall in place.
So what's the crowd doing, and how big is the crowd at this point?
There's probably 30 to 40 people here. What are they doing? They're tizzying. I believe I've said this several times already.
Hey,
Just
you
once.
guys do you guys think we should throw a hive of angry bees into this here crowd? Uh, figuratively speaking, or should we
I'm going to
sit on
cast
our
Detect
information?
Thought
Detect thoughts on
on
whom?
Kelderoy.
Okay.
Yeah. What's his thought?
Does he get a saving throw?
Uh, do. Save his Wisdom 17.
Okay. Oh boy, he rolled a nat 20. He got nothing. Sorry.
Jesus,
Sorry.
guys, this guy doesn't think anything. Uh,
He looks like Gilderoy himself is now talking to a couple of noble folk, and he looks righteously angry.
can we hear what he's saying?
If you get closer, yeah.
I'm
This
getting
is it.
closer.
This is his estate. Whose estate is it that we're on?
His estate, yeah.
Gilderoy's.
Okay, so that would explain why he has the letter. All right.
I never would have thought that my own cousin would be involved in something as nefarious as murder, most foul. It's preposterous. It's outrageous. It's a scandal of the highest proportions. We'll finish the party, of course, but when we're done, I plan on
Mhm.
reporting this to the Emperor himself.
So you're saying you found that letter on Sextus this morning?
Not I, sir. Not I. The guards.
The guards found him.
Yes, that's
Found the
correct.
letter when they charged into his room this morning to apprehend him.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So, could we talk to those guards?
Absolutely. They're down in the prison right now, keeping a
They're
close eye on
guarding
that murderer.
Sexton.
I have
Okay.
known Sextus. He turns back around to the couple he's been talking to my entire life, and never would I have suspected it was something as hideous as this.
Did you consider maybe that somebody planted that letter?
Who could plant a letter in Sextus's room?
Mean it.
I mean, like I could.
Oh, he could. Everybody, it was probably him. Was it you? Did you plant the letter?
No, I didn't do it.
Maybe we should investigate Dirk. Everyone. Maybe he's involved in this.
Maybe I am. All I'm saying is it's really not hard to get into rooms.
Hmm.
Where did they find it in his room? Was it on his person? Was it on his bedside table?
I wasn't there. I don't
Doesn't that
know.
seem strange to you? Like, why wouldn't he destroy the letter?
Maybe it's part of the contract. Listen, I've not been involved in many murder cases, so I don't really fucking know. But I can tell you
What?
this:
You
the
seem like you
murders
got a lot of
happened,
certainty.
and the evidence all points to one person. We have the weapon was found outside his room. There's blood stains on this letter. He pulls the letter out. Look right here. There is in fact what appears to be a blood stain on it.
Is it real blood?
How would you know that?
Zerwin, lick this.
And you know, we have eyewitnesses, we have a murder weapon, and we have basically a confession. I don't know who you think you are, but around here, that's good enough for a conviction.
Can I do a perception
Basically a
check and see if
confession?
Yeah, that's not at all what that means.
He's adamant that he's being set up. He hasn't confessed to anything.
This
Yeah,
letter
but
amounts to guilt. He had it on him. It's a directive to do the murders.
Doesn't
yeah,
that's what seems strange though? If he really was caught in the act and ran back to his room,
You know what
It's the
seems
first thing.
strange? That
Wouldn't he have
someone
destroyed the
killed
evidence?
2 people having sex. That seems strange to me. Does that not
That
seem
happens
strange to you?
happens all the time. Can I do a perception check on whether or not the blood
That
looks
is a
real?
lie. It doesn't happen all the time. Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know, like, hey, Zem, I don't know if you can just perceive by looking at it if the blood is real or not, but I'll let you do a perception check to see if it looks real.
10.
Here, Dirk, I'll help you. Get on my shoulders.
Thank you. I get on his shoulders and I try again.
I've been waiting to picture that for a long time.
That's a 17. Your shoulders helped. Thank you.
It looks real. Zem, can you hear me all right? Is my
Cool.
volume
All
good
right.
tonight?
Where would there was no blood found on Sextus when he was taken by the guards, though. We were told. That seems odd.
Are you talking to Gilderoy?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Why? Because he bathed himself before he went back to bed? Listen, again, I don't know how many murders you've been involved with, but this is pretty
Lots.
compelling evidence.
So many
Yes, but
murders, you have no idea.
it could be
Someone
set
else
up.
behind him is like, "Can I ask you a question, Gilderoy?" "Yes, of course. Excuse me, gentlemen." He turns and starts talking to the one behind him.
Oh, we got brushed off. Let's go down to Sextus's.
No, let's go talk to the guards.
Well, aren't they guarding Sextus?
Uh, I guess Bill, are the guards guarding Sextus the ones who?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're down there.
They're down there.
Okay. Yeah, you can go back to the barracks, no problem. The
Hey, wait, real quick, before we go. I want to cast Summon Beast, and I am going to leave. I'm going to summon a little tiny spider, and I'm going to leave it on Gilderoy. I'm going to say, listen, and then put it on Gilderoy. Very surreptitiously. I can do a stealth check if you want me to.
sure, do a stealth check.
I'm going to use some Daedra awesome points to reroll that. It's a 13.
A 13?
That's fine. Yeah.
He does not notice. But the woman that he is standing next to notices.
I'm sorry, I'm drunk.
She gives you a frowny face and then like swipes the spider off his shoulder. And then anyway, and continues talking to him.
So I pick up the spider.
So I said, "Murder." And he said, "No." And I said, "Yes, murder."
All right, back to the dungeon.
I tell the spider to go follow Gilderoy and listen.
Okay, noted. The dungeon, yes. The guards are there. The captain of the guard is there. It's a party. The old man sees you when you walk in again. Remember the old man in the first cell? The horse. Did you find the horses? You found them, didn't you? Where were they? Are they everywhere? They're everywhere, aren't they? You guys have found the horses, and they were everywhere, so I was right. You would tell everyone that I've been right about the horses the whole time. Because it's the fucking horses when you're not looking. When you're not looking for the horses. That's not horses. It's horses. It's not horses. It's horses.
Ezra
Horses.
turns to the guards. How long has this one been in here?
I don't know, a day or two.
A day or two. And he's been here in the jail all the time?
Yes. Well, you asked when he got in here. Since he's been in the jail, he's been in the jail. That's a nonsensical question.
I mean, well, I suppose. Just I
So
would like
you're
it when
right.
you
There was
paint
a
me.
there was a space when we walked him through the door into the cells.
And he was brought in just because he's a raving madman.
He was bothering the guests as they were arriving.
That sounds like a crime to me. Hey, you two, there's two of you, right?
Who were you talking to? Some of the guards? There's actually
Uh,
like 6 guards down here.
hey, which of you were the ones who apprehended Sextus this morning?
Oh, that'd be me, sir, and Timmons.
You and Timmons, and your name?
Smith.
Smith and Timmons. Uh, so can you walk me through that whole ordeal?
Wasn't much of an ordeal, sir. We went into his room and arrested him. He came peacefully.
So you went in, and he was asleep,
No, he was
and you,
awake. There was he'd been woken up by a servant who was there also.
by his servant.
No, one of the house servants, Mouse, I believe it was.
Okay. They'd wake. He had been wakened just, because it was time to start the day.
I don't know. You'll have to ask Mouse, sir.
Okay. And then where did you find the letter?
The letter was on the nightstand.
Okay. Did you notice anything in particular about the letter when you first saw it?
It had a lot of words on it, sir.
Okay. Anything else?
It was addressed to Val.
Okay. What kind of state was Sextus in when you found him?
Agitated.
Really? Just
Yes.
because you guys stormed into his room?
Hard to say, sir. I'm not
I
much
mean,
of an emotional, empathy kind of reader person
oh,
type.
Smith, you're too hard on yourself. Um, I look at you and I see a sensitive, upstanding man. Not just because you're standing up and you're so tall. Um, did you happen to did you see any blood on him?
I don't think so. He is as he was when we found him.
Okay. And uh, uh did you happen to be the ones that found the murder weapon?
That was me, sir. Another guard steps up.
Okay. And where did you find it?
In the bush right outside his bedroom.
Where is it now?
It's right over here in our chest.
Okay. You said it was in the bush right outside of his room.
Yeah, kind of on the ground, like someone had kicked some dirt over it.
Next to the door, next to the window.
Window, sir.
Okay. Doesn't that seem, I mean, doesn't it seem strange? Like if he really committed this murder and people saw him, doesn't it seem strange that he would put the murder weapon right outside his room, kick a little dirt over it, and then go to bed?
Well, sir, you're underestimating my search skills. It was cleverly hidden. I really had to really spend time looking
How
for it.
much
I
dirt
have,
was on it?
you know, enough to make it almost impossible to see with the naked eye. If it weren't for good old Jonesy here, we probably never would have
Jo-
found it.
Jones. Okay. Yeah. No, it sounds like you did some incredible police work.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service
Could you
to the
tell
cause.
us where we could find Mouse?
Mouse, he's probably in the kitchens.
Okay. Uh, I
Out of
I'm
game,
guessing that.
did we meet Mouse before?
I mean, you don't know. You don't remember anyone named Mouse.
Yeah, okay.
I'm guessing that Mouse maybe earned that moniker due to a certain smallness, furtiveness,
Huh?
quietude. Could you describe Mouse for us so that we know who we're looking for?
Oh, yeah, Mouse. He's
Loves cheese.
uh, we- what? His name is Musang. He's you know, about yay tall. He's got brown hair, brown eyes. You know,
Okay.
doesn't say much.
Okay.
Just ask around. Everybody knows who Mouse is.
I wish Owen was here.
Where is Owen?
What was Mouse doing while you guys were arresting Sextus?
I don't recall, sir.
He wasn't acting strange.
Mouse? Nah.
Okie dokie.
All right.
I start asking random people if they know where Mouse is.
Let's go interrogate a rodent.
Can we stop by? Do we have the note? Did we take it?
You did not. Gilderoy has it.
Uh, okay. We should see if we can find some other letters from Sextus. Compare the handwriting.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. While we're here,
We'll send a runner. They'll send one of our runners.
we could ask Val. Val probably has letters from Sextus.
I don't think we're allowed to talk to Val.
Okay.
But I was thinking just go back to his room, see if he's got a diary or something.
While we're still here in the dungeon. Hey, Sextus,
You want to walk over to Suxus's cell?
please.
I think we should just yell our plans from here.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's kind of what I was hoping. Yeah, Sextus's cell is the third one down. You see him sitting in the back, looking concerned. He rises when you come to the door.
Hey, we have some promising leads that we think will prove you innocent. Is there anything that we could say that would allow us to have a conversation with Val? We want to see if maybe we can get a letter that she might have that has your handwriting on it to compare that with the one that allegedly was found in your possession saying that you killed Arturo.
It wouldn't match my handwriting because it's not supposed to be from me, right? Who was
The
from
letter.
CSP?
Mm,
That's CSP. Do you not know who CSP is?
uh, Claudio?
Cornelius
Sextus?
Skip
No.
Publio.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
Okay.
I knew it. So you did kill them.
What? No.
Okay. Well, we thought
We
we
have
have other
anything from
leads.
Skip? Do we have
I don't
anything
know.
written from Skip?
I don't think we have anything written by Skip.
Did we never get like a note from Skip that would allow us to get into places?
You got an
No,
insignia.
I have that fork. Uh,
You've got memories.
Didn't he give us a letter?
yeah. What?
What'd you say, Jenna?
Didn't Skip give us a letter in Journal Hall?
Does anybody have a letter from Skip in their inventory?
I don't.
I don't.
I check my pockets.
It's gonna take all day.
You got to roll the 2d10 again.
The only papers you find in your pockets are the writ from Caelus Claudii. And
I rolled snake eyes.
yeah. Oh,
Jesus.
yeah. That's the only thing you find in your pockets right now.
There's just a tiny piece of death in there.
That's
Damn it.
what happened last week. There was a tiny piece of death. Zerwin saved Gellis' life.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Well, we still have other leads.
Okay, so you guys are gonna leave the dungeon.
I think so.
On your way out, the horseman like jumps to the door and reaches out and snags. Let's see, whose sleeve does he snag? Jana's sleeve. Hey, hey! Listen, you gotta look for the horses. You gotta look for the horses. It's the horses. They're. It's not the horses that you're looking for. It's the horses. The horses.
We'll keep an eye out.
The.
What's the differences between the
Ow.
horses and the horses? Which ones are we supposed to be looking for?
The horses.
Yeah, but how do we know them when we see them?
I'm asking the guy, are you under a spell?
Oh,
Can you not say what you're trying to say?
I can't. I'm. I'm saying. I want the. I want you. The horses that look just like the horses. It's not the horses. It's the horses. It's the. It's always the fucking horses, and they look just like the the horses.
I'll cast Detect Magic just on a lark.
Do you have
Would
detect horses?
Don't.
Uh,
Do rangers have detect animals or plants?
go ahead, cast detect magic.
I did.
Yes, this man is definitely under the influence of a spell.
Okay.
Hold on. Well, go ahead. I'm trying to look up the school of magic.
Thank you.
Go on while I look this up. It's
I'm
an
gonna
enchantment.
I'm gonna attempt to dispel magic on it. And I will use a 3rd level spell. So I'm gonna focus on the magical aura of the enchantment spell on the man. So if it's a 3rd level or lower, the spell ends. If not, all right, let's roll the dice. I got a 15. So if it's a 5th level or lower, it dispels.
It is not.
This is a really potent spell on this guy. You guys want me to try again?
Yes.
You gotta find the horses.
Ezra tries again. Come on.
Do you have minor illusion? That'll be cheaper.
Okay, so now if it's a 10th level spell or less, it's dispelled.
Ah, okay. It is dispelled. The man like sinks his knees and he's holding his head.
Come on now, it'll be okay. Everything will be all right.
It looks like he took some damage. But when you dispelled it, he took some like psychic damage. You see a little trickle of blood pour out of his nose. And then he collapses backwards on the ground. He's not dead. He's just like concussed.
I can't do anything about the concussion. Yeah, did somebody else want to get a hand on the ball here?
He's behind a locked door, so no one can actually get a hand on the balls.
This man needs medical attention.
But
We have a cleric and a paladin with us. Let us in.
Yeah, I know. I have a healing spirit that I can cast. It's a cube.
Oh, one of the guards. So go ahead, Dirk, if you want to. One of the guards says, "The old guy? What the hell did you do to him?
He was under the influence of a very powerful enchantment spell.
Why is his nose bleeding?"
It was a very potent magic.
You sure you didn't just punch him in the face because he grabbed your girlfriend?
You would have seen it. A man as perceptive as you.
It's a good point. He unlocks the door. Yeah, go ahead. Help the poor fucker out.
I actually can't give him the cube right now because it's a concentration spell, and I am
That's
I have a
trading on that
Concentrating on the
spider.
spider.
It's
I can heal someone.
it's wiggling
Just
and jiggling and jiggling.
can't stop thinking about the spider.
no.
He-
The spider is
Heal the
really taking up my concentration.
heal the horse fella.
How much is he down, Bill? 10?
Hold on, sorry. He's down 4d6. Let me roll it. He's down 16. Which was
He is back to full.
most of his hit points. Um, do you lay on hands?
Yeah.
Okay. You
Am I
place.
obsessed with horses now?
Not any more than normal. You place your hands on his chest, and your magic courses through him, and he gasps and sort of gently grabs your wrist. And as you help him sit up, he says, "Gilderoy." Uh, he looks
Wrong
around.
franchise.
He looks around. Do you know? Do I know you? Who
I
are
don't
you?
think so. I'm Sir Owen, and we are the Spicy Oranges.
Huzzah!
Of the Radiant Citadel
He
and Druna Hall, more locally.
Pleasure to meet you, he says. He starts pulling at his little beard and he pulls it off. It's been glued on. I'm Garth Tort. Why am I dressed like this?
You're Garth?
Tell us about the horses.
What horses? There's no horses.
Hold on, go back to the part about who you are.
Garth Tort. He looks at his wrist. There's a big cut on his wrist. He looks at the guards and looks at you and says, "Are you with them?
Sort
Who do
of.
you work for?"
We work for ourselves mostly.
Yeah, we're mercenaries.
Um,
Okay, so
Don't
who
you think
employed
this
you
is
to be here?
entrepreneurs?
we are in the good graces of one Claudio Scipublii.
Skip Publii. Oh, the Emperor's brother.
One, yeah, okay.
Can I just do a? What would the check be? Because
Insight.
we met Garth before. Can I just tell this is not the same Garth?
We
Well,
would have.
he's literally pulling off disguise.
Yeah,
Right?
so I want to know if it's the guy we talked. So if this disguise happened after we talked to him.
So the person underneath the disguise that he's pulling off, it also looks like his hair's been dyed. Looks a lot like the person who introduced you. Yes. I need
He
to.
doesn't remember us?
He seems like no, he doesn't remember you at all. I need to speak with Caelus Claudii. Can you arrange that? It's vitally important.
Is Kalis here? This is out of game to you, Bill. Is Kalis here
Yes.
at the event?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think that we can get you out of here right now, but we'll see about getting him here to talk to you.
Well, would the guards know him? Garth is Gilderoy's like right hand man, isn't he?
Yeah.
Which,
Yes. Are you saying that out loud?
yeah, I'm asking the team, and I will say it out loud.
They're gonna recognize me. I need to hide back here so they don't.
Okay.
This is a matter of life and death.
Why do you think you're in here?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Do you know who put the spell on you?
No, but I can guess.
Okay. We'll go find Kalis and we'll get him down here right away.
He nods. Oh, what'd you say? The horses. That's what you said, right? That's what
Yeah.
I was talking about. Ah, the horses! The horses!
It's not the horses, but it's the horses. I know, okay.
Did we ask Sexton or Sextus about the letter?
Not really.
Can I poke my head back over there before
Sure.
we leave? Sextus,
Why
do you
why
know
don't,
about?
hold on. Why don't some of you go get Kalis while some of you stay here? That way you can cover more ground at once.
Okay.
You want us to split the party?
I know I hate myself for even suggesting it, but yeah, I really want to get you guys through this.
Okay, so Zerwin, you're gonna stay and talk to
Sextus.
Sextus.
I'm
Sexton.
staying too. I don't want to walk.
All right, I'll go talk to Kalis.
I can come with you.
All right.
Cool.
Okay, go
Owen.
ahead, Zorin.
Owen Galladus, you guys stay with Zerwin.
Sextus, do you know how the letter got on your desk?
Um, that is the question.
Have you seen the letter before?
Never.
Okay.
I would be willing to wager almost everything that my drink was drugged last night. I am a very light sleeper, and I didn't hear anything outside my window. I didn't hear anyone in my room, and Mouse was able to get in my room in the morning while I was asleep and wake me up.
Is that not so? That's not normal.
That's definitely not normal.
Why did he wake you up?
I had asked him to bring me breakfast in the morning. Hey, Foxy Proxy, sorry I missed you
Did
logging
he
in.
bring it?
Yes. I didn't get a chance to eat it.
Okay.
Sounds like that's the real crime.
Well, we did find the clothes that were worn during the murder. I'm keeping my voice down back here.
As he's doing this, I'm actually going to leave and go find Gilderoy. I want my spider back.
Okay. Do you know where the spider is? Is that part of the
Yeah,
spell?
I told it. I told it to go follow and climb
But you
up
can't
on
like
Gilderoy.
locate the spider, right? So you just have to find Gilderoy.
Yeah, I gotta find Gilderoy.
Gilderoy's not in the main hall anymore when you go up there.
Okay, so I start asking around for him.
I think he went for a walk, someone says. He went that way.
Great, I go that way.
Okay. Ezra, Jenna, you get to Kalis's room.
Is the door open?
No.
Politely knock at the door.
Enter.
I enter.
Kalis is there. Yes. Have you closed the door?
Ezra, well, Kalis is the one who we originally talked to in the mirror, right? Like a long time ago.
Correct.
He brought us here.
He also brought you here.
Yeah. Well, I want to make sure that it's actually him that we're talking to right now. Kalis, before I reveal some information to you, how did we first communicate? Or here, let me make sure that you know that it's actually me. When we first communicated a week or so ago, it was through a mirror. Can you tell me what you offered us in exchange for something?
A chance to talk to the other heads of the families. Why wouldn't I be me and why wouldn't you be you?
There's been a number of people disguised as other people, one of whom needs to speak with you urgently right now. Garth was disguised, enchanted to look like somebody else, and enchanted to be blathering on like a madman. He's in the jail right now, and he needs to speak with you urgently. We broke the
Gilderoy's
enchantment.
man.
Yes.
Okay.
We need to go now.
Yeah, sounds interesting. Let's go. He will follow you.
You still didn't confirm if it's him.
Yeah, no, I did. He said that he told us he would help us to speak to the other families.
Oh, okay.
Zerwin, anything else you want to ask Sextus?
Was Mouse acting funny at all in the morning?
I don't really know Mouse, so he was just the person assigned to bring food to my rooms. I can't say. I was also groggy, and it wasn't more than a couple seconds before the guards came in after him.
Okay. Well, we're working on getting you out of here.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. Ugh.
Dirk, it seems that Gilderoy has stepped into the kitchens. That's where you find him.
Damn, I should have known, Dirk.
He's he's currently kind of like sort of berating one of the servants. No, this is all wrong. All wrong. That's not what I asked for. I asked for potatoes 4 ways. Potatoes 4 ways. What is this? This is potato 2 ways. Roasted and mashed.
I just walk up and I just very gently put my hand on his shoulder and I'm like, I completely understand your frustration with the tomatoes. Get on my hand. And I think that the tomatoes really should be handled in the way that you like.
Don't touch me.
I won't anymore. And then I take my hand off and I check for a spider.
Yeah, there's a spider on your hand.
Mm. Sorry about that. I hope that your tomatoes go well. And I turn and leave.
It's potatoes, you idiot.
Yes, that's what I meant. Ketchup. I ask the spider, I say, tell me everything that you heard.
Spider doesn't have a lot of memory, but he says
it can't talk to you.
I can talk to any animal that I cast as the summon beast. It's a bestial spirit. So the memory concerns are not a thing, and the communication concerns are not a thing.
Spider says it mostly was about potatoes.
The whole time he was just talking about potatoes. He was not talking about murder.
Murder? No, what? No. I think I'd remember murder.
The spider would remember murder.
It's not an actual spider. It's a spirit that looks like a spider.
Spirit of what, though?
Exactly.
So it's the platonic ideal of a spider, and you don't think that it would know murder if murder was being talked about?
Does Plato exist in this universe?
I feel like none of you
No,
are
but
in the
platonic
room,
ideals
so go
do.
away. No, they don't. There is no pain.
Fair play.
All right, I'm gonna butt out. I'm sorry.
It's unreal. Okay. All right. So I'm like, okay, so you just learned about food the whole time. He was just talking about food. He didn't talk about
You eat
plots and
potatoes?
murders. Yeah. Okay. Again, Bill,
Gross.
this is not an actual it's not an actual spider. It's a spirit that resembles a spider.
Mm-hmm. But I get to decide a spirit of what? And this thing doesn't eat potatoes.
I so want to go to the rule book on this, but this is fine.
Go ahead.
So all he talked about was potatoes. This is what I'm saying. He didn't talk about Sextus.
No.
He didn't talk about murders, nothing like that. Nothing.
I mean, he talked about dinner.
Murdering a dinner.
Murdering the shit out of a dinner, if you know what I mean.
Okay,
He
I'm going to
talked
stop
about...
concentrating on the existence of this spider now.
Okay. Spider, go by. Okay, the rest of you have all converged on the dungeons. Kalis Claudia is with you. The guards are there. When he walks in, it's a to-do. He's a king, basically. The guards snap to attention. Sir, what are you doing down here, sir? I'm come to speak with one of your prisoners. That's what I hear. Of course, sir. Whatever you are. Kalis turns to you, Ezra.
So Gilderoy wanted to, or not, sorry, Garth wanted to talk to you. Garth, you made me get him and bring him here. Garth, what do you want to talk to him about?
Okay, so you gotta bring him to Garth's cell and say this is right. Garth doesn't look like Garth, and you're right. Yeah, okay. So,
Well, he's back in the shadows at the back of the cell so that the other guys don't
but
recognize
that's
him.
not where the
He's
guards
that
are,
one.
right? Okay. Yeah.
Okay, let me go first. I'm gonna walk over to the cell.
Well, are the guards stay where they are, right? They don't follow.
Right. Unless you need to be let into one of the cells, which they had to do
Kalis,
before.
this man wants to talk to you. This one here.
Okay. Garth leaps up and runs to the door, and he starts wiping his face, and the makeup and the stuff comes off his face, and you see more and more of Garth beneath it. He runs forward, and he falls down to one knee. Lord, please, you gotta get me out of here. Gilderoy is dead, and I should be dead. It's this. Nothing is as it seems right now. There's some sort of thing that is Gilderoy and Calico and me.
And
Undead.
you?
Demonic or fiendish in nature.
What? I don't know what they are. They're things that aren't things.
How did you escape?
I didn't.
Well, you said you should be dead. How did you escape death?
They wanted to use me as a distraction, I guess. I don't know. They cast a spell on me. I couldn't think. I don't remember anything. The last thing I remember is seeing them carry away Gilderoy and Calico.
When was this?
How long have I been in here?
36 to 48 hours, right?
Before that.
You said they carried them away. What did they look like?
They looked like Calico and Gilderoy
They already looked like them.
and me.
Okay. Kalis,
Seems to
possible?
be considering. Yes. This is something you said you encountered before.
This seems slightly different, but yeah, very similar.
Do we have any way of verifying what these things are, or means of detecting them where they are?
Yeah, a paladin, or a cleric who can use magic to detect evil. Um, also,
We
we
also
know
have
that
the necklace.
we have a necklace that lights up around fiends.
We don't have,
And what? We don't have a what?
we don't have it with us right now because it's in.
Oh, that's right.
We don't have any of our magical items.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, there's a chance that they would get destroyed when we went through the portal to come here, so we're not carrying any of our magic stuff.
Except for Geldis. There's some in his pockets.
Yeah, why didn't we all just put all of our shit in his pockets? Well, because then we'd never see it again. Might as well be destroyed.
Yeah,
All right.
there also wasn't a guarantee that We didn't know that would happen.
Um, what did I do with the fucking book, Bill?
Oh, the book is with you.
Did I leave it there, but it came with me anyway?
Yep.
Fuck. Um, God damn it. All right. Where were we? Um, I don't even know where. Oh, they smell really earthy. In a pinch, if you can't use magic. So like they tend to like cover themselves with perfume
Hmm.
if this is the same type of thing. The thing is, we thought that they needed to kill the original version to turn into the doppelgangers, though. This is different.
Hmm. All right. I believe you. Tort, you've always been a good man. If Gilderoy and Calico are dead and replaced by these monster things, where do you suppose they put the bodies? I don't know. And the one that's playing you knows you're here. I would assume so. Hmm. Guards? Yes, sir. I'm taking this prisoner under my care. The madman who keeps blathering on about horses. Uh, okay, sir. Um, Kalis grabs like a cloak and throws it over his head and shoulders and starts leading him out. Perhaps you could go speak with the person who discovered this letter and see if you can get to the bottom of the letter. Dirk, you walk in as Kalis is walking out with someone under a cloak.
Who's that?
That's
Oh,
the
just
horse guy.
crazy old man.
Oh.
All right, can we go find Mouse?
Sure. Are you gonna head to the kitchens?
Yes.
Very good. Um, the kitchens are, as always, bustling. There are at least 10 people running around right now. Um, they all look busy, but not super harried. Uh, brunch is done, but they're all preparing for dinner. None of them have a time to stop what they're doing and speak with you, unless you specifically pull one aside.
I'll grab the nearest, I don't know, human.
Hmm. Yes,
Pardon
sir.
me.
Yes.
We're looking for Mouse. Have you seen him?
Mouse. Yeah, he's peeling potatoes in the back.
Okay.
Tomatoes, man.
Thank you.
Sure.
We'll head out there.
Outside the kitchen back doors, there's a little courtyard, and there is indeed a young man peeling a mountain of potatoes. He looks up as you come out. I'm not done yet. It's gonna take me a while.
Hey, Mouse.
Maybe. Who are you?
I'm Ezra. These are my colleagues. We wanted to ask you a few questions about. Sorry, heard a weird noise in my house. We wanted to ask you a few questions about when you spoke with who was it?
Sextus.
Sextus this morning.
Okay.
So why did you show up so early in the morning to wake him
He asked me to.
last night?
Evening before night during dinner service.
What did he need you to wake him for?
He wanted me to bring him breakfast.
What did
Okay.
you bring him to eat?
Eggs and bread.
And did you knock when you arrived?
I did,
And
and he didn't answer, so I went in.
Does he normally answer?
I don't know. He's never really been here before that we've never been here at the same time.
Okay.
Did
he was
you
asleep when you entered?
He was trying, like, he was waking up as I entered. Apparently, my opening the door was enough to rouse him. It's not uncommon for these fancy noble folk to sleep off a hangover. And that's why sometimes they ask you to come wake them up forcefully, because they need to be up for propriety's sake. Happens all the time.
Was breakfast the only thing you brought in the room with you?
The tray, the silverware.
Can I do an insight check, see if he's lying?
Sure.
Oh, I just threw it in the wrong thing. Hold on. Try this again. I got a dirty one. Was not a critical failure.
You don't think so? Yeah, why would he be lying about this? Doesn't make sense to you.
Uh, did you notice anything on the nightstand?
I put the breakfast on the nightstand. There was a letter there, I guess.
You guessed. Did you see it?
Not really. I try not to pay attention to what happens in the rich people's rooms. It's just asking for trouble.
Okay. How long were you there before the guard showed up?
Maybe 2 minutes. I helped him get out of bed. I told him his breakfast was here. I started telling him about the day, and then we heard voices. He slowly started becoming more, there as we talked.
But his general affect was normal.
Yeah. Listen, it was like, I don't know what normal is for this guy, so I can't really answer that. But what are you really
There,
asking me here?
nothing seemed off about him. Like nothing seemed abnormal from your normal.
Oh, he seemed hungover.
I mean, like you said, that sounds normal.
Right. I mean, what is it that you're looking for? Just anything strange or different?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where we're starting from.
Hmm. Say I did remember something strange or different.
Hmm.
What would that be worth to you?
5 gold.
It's coming. It's hazy. It's fuzzy. It's not quite there, but I feel like I remember something. If you could just jog my memory.
7 gold.
Let's make it a nice even 15 gold total between Dirk and myself.
Yeah,
He'll give you
that's
7, I'll give you 8. Nice even 15.
he puts down his peeler and you got that on you?
Yeah, Ezra pulls out 8 gold. Dirk, do you want to throw some money in the pot here?
Contract upon completion. Here it is. I hold out 7. I'm like,
Money
what do you
first.
got?
Money first so you don't claim I robbed you. That's what rich people do.
Do we look rich?
Yeah,
Can I try to
Yeah,
intimidate him?
sure.
don't
I'm just gonna kind of
God damn
growl
it.
at him. 13.
Okay. Come on, guys.
He is not intimidated.
Hold
Get our
on, hold
fucking
on,
shit
hold on.
together.
I'm gonna spend a superiority die, and I get to roll a d8 to add to that.
Here comes the one.
Well, I gotta find my fucking d8. God damn it. Oh, 2, so that makes it a 15.
Well, this guy's tough. You growl at him, and he's like, "You're not the first guy to beat the shit out of me."
I mean, no, he might not actually even be on that list, but I'm sorry. It sounds like things have been hard. Okay, listen.
Anyways, here's your 15 gold.
Thank you.
Just tell
Yeah,
us
no,
the
it was
thing.
strange because the door was unlocked.
Yeah, that does sound strange.
That is very strange.
I just
Was it
was able to
unlocked
walk
because
in.
you unlocked it?
Nope, they don't give people like me keys. I knocked, you didn't answer. I tried the door, it was open.
Who would have a key to the door?
Not many people. The captain of the guard, Tort and Gilderoy.
Okay.
And then the man himself, obviously. There was something else that was strange. Well, no, it's gone. I can't remember it. This memory of mine, it is just like, whoo, you know?
I'll give you another 10 gold, and if it's not worth it, I'll beat the shit out of you and take all 25 back. Sound good?
Sure, yeah.
I'll give him another 10 gold.
Yeah. He didn't have his own key to his own room on him.
How do
How
you
do you
know
know
that?
that?
Well, because I'm the one who helped him get dressed, and then the guards searched the room afterwards.
Okay.
Do we know where
Uh,
this guy was drinking the night before?
Can I ask
Same place
again
you guys
question?
were.
No.
Are the locks? And I asked this because we had our own rooms. Like, is there a mechanism to lock them without the key from the inside?
Yeah. You can just
okay,
turn
so
the thing.
all right, you don't
Deadbolt.
need the key. Yeah, okay.
But it wasn't
But
locked. And he
No,
didn't
I
have
yeah,
his
know.
and
own key.
he
Yeah, I
lost
know.
the
So
key.
he, yeah.
So it's possible someone stole his key, but yeah, either someone stole his key and got in, or it was the captain of the guard, Tort, or Gilderoy, or someone really good at picking locks.
I didn't do it.
Let's go find Garth. Fake Garth.
Okay. Mouse says, anything else? You want potato? Potatoes four
Sure,
ways. That's what the man said.
sure. I'll have a potato.
There you go. He tosses you a potato.
I'll take a bite out of it.
It's a fucking potato, so not great until you cook them.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get some street cred back after my intimidation didn't work on him.
Yeah, no, he's like, wow, that's burly. You want to go? You want to ask him where he thinks Tort is?
Sure.
How are you gonna find Tort? Tort. If I had to guess, I'd say he was. Oh, he's probably giving the cleaners his check, his daily check.
Okay, thanks, Mouse.
Go to say hello to my sibling for me.
I did.
Thank you. No problem. Thanks for the money.
Anytime.
Really?
I mean,
Anytime you have something useful to say.
Hey, lady. I always got something useful to say.
Ezra starts fishing for money. All right. We're gonna go look for somebody named Tort,
That's Garth.
and suddenly I'm wishing for dessert. Garth?
You don't really know where the servants' quarters are, but you can ask around and be directed there. It's in the back of the estate, where the housekeeping servants are. They have like a series of rooms way in the back. You get there and they say that Tort just left a few minutes ago. Said he was going to the greeting room near the teleportation room. It's where you first met him. So you head back there, and when you get there, someone's like, "Oh, he just left a couple minutes ago. Said he had to go check something."
Which way did he head?
That way, but he didn't say where he was going.
So we go that way, I guess. Walking.
Yeah. It's a big estate and there's a lot of people on it. You're having problems cornering Garth Tort.
Almost like he doesn't exist.
You ever notice how you never see Garth Tort and Ezra in the same room at the same time?
I mean,
Didn't we
Technically, we
earlier?
just did.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah.
Um, all right. Well,
Basically everywhere you go, they say he was just here and just left a few minutes ago.
can I ask?
The other thing you didn't check on was the murder weapon and the murder weapon spot, just to remind you of that. Other than that, you also haven't really taken a close inspection of the letter.
that's what the evidence, right? The weapon and the evidence are both in that trunk in the jail.
Gilderoy has the letter.
Oh yeah,
The weapon is with the
you're right,
trunk.
he was flashing it around. Or was it a copy of the letter?
Bum bum bum.
Do, do,
Like
do,
a
do.
Xerox.
Oh, let's go find Gilderoy or fake Gilderoy.
The Filderoy?
Gilderoy is back in the great room. He's sitting in a corner with about 10 to 15 people around him, and he's telling a story. The story sounds familiar to you. It goes a bit like this. So, there it was, this dragon. It was massive. It was roaring and terrifying, and remember, it was made of bones and spells. It roared and attacked, and I dove out of the way, and then, grabbing my axe, I leapt bravely on its back. I roared as I lifted my axe above my head and smote it mightily. And the people in the crowd are just listening to him tell Zerwin's story to them. Kind of better than Zerwin told it, actually.
Derwin sucks at that story.
Yeah, he's really good. You're all like, yeah, it's a good story. Where have I heard this before?
Zerwin, do you want to take this one?
No, I think it's a great story.
Yeah, no, it is. He's very good at it. He gets to the part where like the dragon comes crashing down out of the sky, and except in this version, no one else is there helping him kill the dragon. It's just him smiting the mighty dragon by himself. And as he finally lands the killing blow, it explodes in a splinter of bone and magic, and that's where I got this, he says, and he pulls up in his arm. There's like this little tiny scar on his elbow from the dragon. And the and the people all listening were like, "Oh my god, what an incredible story!" He's got the scars to prove it. Must be true.
You're full of shit.
I go, the same thing happened to me, and I pull my pants down and show him the insides of my thighs.
Ezra starts to point out the burns from where that guy exploded on his thighs, the gore marks from the Minotaur.
Oh boy.
I'm still convinced that he did this. I'm like, wow, you got out cleaner than me. Good for you.
Ah, friends, please. How can I help you today? You guys had the best stories. You, sir, he points to you, Zerwin, should pull your pants up, but it was fantastic. Yeah, any more? What's this about a minotaur? Minotaur? How do you say it? Mino?
It's not for family consumption.
I
No,
point
it's
to it.
Minotaur.
I point to a second scar next to the other ones. Go, that's the Minotaur.
Gored you in a pretty sensitive spot, huh? What was it? Were you riding it?
Of a
Yeah.
sort.
Sort of. He was
Yeah.
sort of riding me.
Huh. I
He
see.
took turns.
You what? How can I help you today?
Ezra leans in real close. What does this guy smell like?
Cologne.
Interesting.
That's
Any earthy
exactly
notes?
that's exactly what a cologne wearer would say.
Any earthy notes in there?
Can I do a? It's probably not going to get me anything, but can I do? Would it be perception or investigation if I want to see if I can find any strange markings on anything I can see? I know he's not naked, so
I
like
mean,
behind the ear,
it'd be perception because you're not actually
low neck.
investigating him. Yeah.
Oh, critical failure.
Nice.
Owen, can you hit this guy with a
Hold on.
detect good or evil or?
Hold on. Before you get a chance to do that, because Owen can do that, but hold on. Zerwin got a critical failure for perception, looking for things. So Zerwin, he's got a tattoo. You could see like he's got a tattoo on like the back of his neck, and you're almost certain that it says Zerwin.
Okay. I kind of look at it and I don't say anything to anybody. Creeps me out a little bit.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead, Ezra Owen.
Owen, can you use your detect mushrooms on him?
I cast detect mushrooms on him.
That's not a thing.
No, it's not. But I do see if he's a demon, or a fae, or a douche.
Oh yeah. He's
Definitely a douche.
He's
Sorry.
all of the above. Actually, is pretty correct.
Are there any
He's
guards
a
around?
demon fae douche.
Kinda,
Or
yeah.
he-
That's kind of what he is. Yeah.
Are there any guards around?
I'll nod at Ezra and say, yeah.
Are there any guards around?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
How many people are in the room?
About 15.
Does Owen, is your spell targeted directly at him, or is it anybody in the area?
I mean, I turn on my sight and I look around.
So is there anybody else in the room then that's fey or douchey?
There's no other fey or infernal creatures in the room with you right now. I mean, if we're just going with
Okay.
douchey, you've got Zerwin and Dirk in your party, so...
Gilderoy.
Gilderoy!
I do have one more story to tell you, but I prefer not to tell you in front of all these people.
Ha! Fantastic!
If you'd like to share it with them later, you'd be more than welcome to, but this one's just for you.
Great! Let's meet after dinner. I'd love to hear it.
Well, we might not be here till dinner.
What? Of course you will be.
What are you doing right now? Let's do it right now.
Oh, I can't. These people are expecting me to tell stories until dinner time. Isn't that right, friends? They're all like, yeah, yeah. Did you hear the last one? He rode a dragon.
Did hear that.
It was a great story. I was going to tell them next about how I faced down a horde of orcs. by
Um,
myself.
I'm gonna try detect magic to see if it looks like there's an aura on him that seems to indicate that he's like magically disguised.
Okay. I mean, you did this before with these creatures. Like, you know what the answer is.
I don't remember doing this with the creatures before.
Okay, I do.
Okay, well, tell me the same thing again, I guess.
Yeah, so it
I'm a
is.
forgetful man. I don't remember things.
Yeah, it's magic in the same way that, like, um, you know, polymorph is magical, right? And that these things are changing their bodies via magical means, but it's
But it
not
doesn't seem like a spell that I could break.
correct.
Yeah, all right, thank you. Yeah, oh, come on. Okay, listen, just one private drink just with the group of us.
Grab a seat. Grab a seat. You're gonna love this one. So there I was. There's a whole land not far from here, if you know
Could
how to
I,
get there. The
could
Feywild.
I, can I try to fart as grotesquely as I can? What kind of
No,
check would that be?
I, that's not a thing that most people can do on command.
No,
So
Wait.
athletics.
I guess.
Constitution saving throw.
I mean, I guess you just did eat a raw potato recently. I don't know, like.
How much necrotic damage do the rest of us take?
I've also been drinking and eating anything I can find for the last 2 days. Remember last night in the kitchen? I went pretty bonkers.
Yeah,
You got some good stuff in that kitchen.
Yeah, they were literally piling it on me. I want these people to leave.
no, I get it. I don't. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can roll me a d20, and if you roll a nat 20, I'll let you fart so bad that most of them leave. But otherwise, they're probably not going to. They're just gonna, even if you fart, they're just gonna look at you like, "What a piece of shit."
Roll a 3.
Yeah,
No, I'm just embarrassed.
yeah, it's a squeaker.
I just make a funny face.
Hmm. I was in the woods. We were tracking this villainous orc. He'd been raiding some local villages, burning down the houses, stealing their gold. He's telling the story.
Uh,
My favorite part about this are the 6 mighty warriors who've been stumped by a guy who's gonna tell some stories.
hey, has anyone seen Tort?
Yeah, they're not really paying attention to you. Someone's like, "Shh! It's the story about the orcs."
All right, what do you guys want to do? Let's huddle up over on the other side of the room. What do
Should
you
we
guys
not
want to do?
just grab this guy and take him to another room and punch him in the face?
Well, if we grab him and drag him off, we're gonna get assailed by guards.
We could kill him right here, but then all of these people are going to be poisoned, which is what I'm trying to avoid.
Well, if we kill him quick enough, they won't be. Uh, we need to kill him before he can have a chance to explode. Um, but the other thing is that like then we alert the other two in theory that, we might be onto them. Right now, the three baddies, and who knows, there could be more of them. Think about when we killed the general, like there were two other ones right there that we didn't know about. So right now they're relatively none the wiser that we're onto them. I think maybe we continue looking around for Tort and Gilderoy. No, wait, not Gilderoy, Garth.
Those are the same person.
What are we
Gilderoy
gonna
and Garth
do?
are the same person?
Garth and Tort are the same person. His name is
Oh,
Garth Tort.
Garth Tort. Okay, sorry.
What are we gonna do when we find these people? Are we gonna put them somewhere?
Who's the third one? Oh, Calico. Gilderoy, Calico, and Garth. Got it.
I
Sorry,
mean,
Dirk, what was
the
your
thing
question?
is, we could just kill this guy. That'll at
Yeah,
least
like
get Sextus out of jail.
Well,
Sextus is
will it?
already out of jail, and it's pretty rude to kill the host. Like,
Well,
It
Well, he's
is
gonna
he's not.
generally frowned
he's
upon to kill the host of a party.
he's going to turn into a fungal zombie, and if these
He's not
people see it,
actually the host. He's masquerading as the host.
we can't kill him in private because that does nothing for us to get Sextus out. We would need people to see that he is a fungal being. And if people don't see him die and change, they're not going to believe it was him in the first place.
what if we just grab him by the hair and do it very publicly, very fast?
Maybe we just wait for dinner. Do it at dinner.
I like that.
Yeah, sign me up. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
And maybe we should probably alert Claudius about this,
Kalis.
or Kalis.
Kalis of the Claudii.
Um, just because, he's really the guy I don't want to piss off.
it's
He's
true.
the guy. He's the guy. All right. So you're going to go back to Kalis?
Well,
Well, Jana has an idea.
What's up?
well, I'm just wondering if we should try to get the letter
The letter.
before we leave.
Oh yeah, good call.
Back and forth so many times.
Steal it. Steal it. Jana, you do it. You're a thief. Go steal it.
He just called you. What do you think we are, thieves?
Is it like sticking out of a pocket or something, Bill?
You don't see it on any of his pockets, but you could probably. Well, he's telling a story. It's hard to bump into someone to pickpocket them when 15 people are watching them.
Yeah.
Hey, that
Yeah,
lady
but-
just took your letter.
He's pretty distracted though.
Well, he might not notice, but probably one of the other 15 people will.
I'll create a distraction.
Oh boy.
Why don't we just ask him?
He's evil.
You want to just ask him, Jana?
I want Ezra to ask him.
Oh,
but-
Ezra, you're up.
I walk up and I ask him.
Oh, sorry, what?
You got that letter?
Yes, yeah. The proof of murder most foul. You're interrupting the story, though. Can you please bug off? What do
Can
you
I
want?
just could I read the letter? I want to
Yeah, go ahead.
take
Here,
a look at
he hands
something.
it to you. I need that back.
And then I handed it away. It's gone now. Where were you in the story here? I'm just going to take a look at this over here.
Okay, he starts telling the story again.
Jana,
7 feet tall.
Here, Janet, take a look.
All right. So can I roll investigate?
What are you looking
Here,
for?
I'll help you.
Great. I want to know anything I can about who wrote it.
Have we seen Skip's handwriting before, even if we don't have any letters?
You have.
So if
Oh,
if
we
it's Skip's handwriting, if it's real blood,
Well, give it to me. I'll lick it. That was a
Okay.
decent idea.
Let's do that last. Um, and yeah, if there's anything that I'm almost thinking like weird word choices that point to other people from out of town or that kind of thing.
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
Yeah.
Good enough. Let's see your roll.
Okay, well, thanks for helping, Ezra, because my first roll was an 11.
well, the second roll is going to be a 1, so
Oh, the second roll was a 26.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Thanks, Ezra.
All right.
no. Remember, he drew the little hearts as the dots above the eyes. Remember?
That's not.
He wrote
That's.
that in notes to you too?
Oh my God. Okay. Um.
That's me helping. Looking for hearts.
All right, Jenna. This does look like Skip's handwriting, but it's not. It's real close. It was done by someone who has seen Skip's handwriting and did a pretty good job imitating it. Um, Probably if you compared it side by side and they were written in a hurry, it could pass. If you really took some close examinations of it, you know, you'd have to have some skill and some recognition to spot the forgery here.
All right.
Um,
Yeah, this is definitely a forgery.
it also seems to be in, his voice. And with a 26, um, this was not written that long ago.
Is that something we could prove?
Mm, it's about the way that the ink has dried and the stain has dried and the paper has browned, which is sad to say not very much.
I wonder if we can prove something about how no one's seen Skip in a while. He's been like, this letter is clearly less than a week old. Skip's way the hell on the other side of the empire. So it's good.
Yeah, I'm just thinking someone's gonna be like, "How do you know it's old? Is it something we can prove?" I guess we could just repeat what Bill just said.
Oh, I mean, all we have to do is create reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
Eh,
Uh,
Okay, let's go.
we teleported here. I don't think that distance matters.
Oh, that's true.
Um, how about that blood? That blood real?
I'll have a taste.
Mm, you can lick the paper where the quote unquote stain is, but
I do.
yeah. Go ahead and make a roll. God,
What do
what
you
are you
want
gonna
for it?
roll for this? I don't fucking know. What's a blood
Medicine,
tasting roll?
medicine,
Perception or
probably.
medicine?
It's probably perception.
Medicine.
Alrighty, here we go. An 11.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe
Is it real, Zerwin?
it might be.
You can't tell?
I'll have another lick.
The paper's gonna come apart on your tongue if you do it anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be. Might be jelly.
uh,
All right.
So is he wearing like a toga type thing?
who?
The baddie.
Gilderoy?
Yeah.
Not really a toga. He's wearing kind of casual clothes today. They don't get dressed up
Sweatpants.
until sweatpants, hoodie,
Tivas.
Birkenstocks.
So yeah, he's not showing a lot of skin.
No.
Uh, listen, guys, should we just kill him right here, get it out of the way? Then we can have the whole afternoon ahead of us.
I'm down.
Or should we just
Paladin,
try to
what do
stir
you
up?
think?
Should we just stir up? We can like reveal to this crowd of adoring fans that this letter is clearly falsified.
I'd like to point
It
out.
probably won't.
I just want to point out real quick that none of you have your weapons on you, if your weapons are in any way magical.
My body is a weapon.
Just want to point it out.
I say we let Ezra solo this guy.
Hmm. My battle axe is not magical.
Then you can have that with you.
Sure do.
Although, I mean, I have some javelins in my spiked armor I'm wearing.
I just wanted to friendly remind you as the voice of God.
Yeah.
Who needs weapons?
Some people.
If we were Garth Tort, where would be? We checked his room, right?
Garth
Can we
Tort's
check
room?
his room? Yeah.
No.
We don't know where his room is.
You didn't ask.
Are there?
He's also gonna show up for dinner.
Do you want to skip right to
But
the dinner?
what if Sextus's keys are in the dinner or in the room, in Garth Court's room?
Well, he would have one anyway, so we'd have to find 2 keys essentially.
I feel like they wouldn't be identical. The keys, the individual keys were, but would be the the thing that the keys are on. But
How about we go take a look at the murder weapon?
yeah, that sounds good.
So I have a little idea about this. Um, we're gonna pocket the letter. And let's all go back to jail.
Okay. It's in the chest. The guards will let you see it. It is a dagger.
And well, hold on. And you guys have the letter too, right? You said you found the letter and you put it into evidence, so it's here with the murder weapon, right? So that they're all safe and secure.
No, Mr. Gilderoy took the letter.
Damn, I was hoping that they'd made a stupid mistake and there was a copy and there were 2 of them. All right. Hey, look, a dagger. It's covered in blood.
It is pretty. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
pretty
and this.
gnarly.
Yeah.
It's also got some
And
dirt on it.
you guys said that you found this in the bushes outside his door?
Yeah, Jonesy did.
Outside the door.
No, outside the window, I think.
Okay. Jonesy found it?
Yes, Jonesy found it.
Okay. And you're Smith.
No, that's Smith. I'm Timmons, sir.
And you're Timmons, okay. All right. Yep, your story adds up. You guys want to do anything else while we're in jail?
Yeah.
Should we just skip to dinner? Should we all just wait around until dinner? Lounge? Do they have
Can I-
siestas in Italy?
Can I
When,
investigate the dagger?
Sorry, go ahead, Jana.
Can I investigate the dagger?
What are you looking for?
Fingerprints.
Fingerprints? Oh,
No.
in the blood?
Well,
Is there like a
No,
crest
right?
or a sigil or a family sign anywhere on the dagger?
Nope, it's a pretty ordinary plain dagger.
Is it a stage dagger?
It's not a prop, no.
No, because they're like 2 people actually are dead, so it would have to be a real dagger. It wouldn't have been a prop dagger. All right. Fair enough. Might as well ask.
When they go to put the dagger back in the chest, can I try to peek in there and see if there's anything else in the chest?
Yeah,
What do you want for that? Perception or?
yeah, just give me a perception roll.
God, I'm rolling fucking horrible.
No, I don't
9.
see anything in there. Looks empty.
What were you looking for?
Just anything. If there's
Good
any other
ideas.
evidence there that they didn't, they might not be sharing or.
In the
maybe
evidence chest?
yeah, maybe there's another crime. Like we didn't ask if they had any evidence on Horseman. They said he was.
I'll take a look. Can I take a look?
Can I see Zerwin like trying to look in and look myself?
I'm gonna roll. I haven't rolled nearly enough dice tonight.
You could just ask him to open the chest and look inside. I'll save you the trouble.
Okay. I
Um,
rolled a 25.
yeah, no, they. Oh, yeah, sure, no problem. They open the chest. Here you go. There's like some other random objects in there. There's like a glass. This was the poison glass, I guess. I don't know.
Interesting. That was the poison glass.
Yeah. And then that there is the key that we found.
What key?
The key to the room
Where
I
was
thought-
it?
with the
I thought-
dagger.
I thought Mouse said you didn't find the key.
I didn't. Jonesy did
Where'd you find it?
with the dagger. I just said that.
In the dirt?
Yeah.
Then how did he get in his room?
Why would he put his own key in the dirt?
I don't know. Why did he kill two people who were fucking?
Maybe they were being real loud about it.
I mean,
Yeah,
fair.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, you guys know he didn't, right?
Yeah.
No, there's gonna be a. He's going on trial in a couple hours, so we'll find out. I got to keep this
Couple
stuff
of
here until
hours.
then.
You
Oh
guys
yeah, you
move
didn't know
fast.
that's the dinner entertainment. That's
Oh
gonna be great.
no.
They'll probably hang him shortly thereafter.
Something due process. Key buried in the dirt. Okay, can I take a look at the key?
Uh, not supposed to let anyone touch that. I don't know why.
Interesting.
Check to see if there's any magic going on with it.
All right, Ezra casts detect magic.
On the key?
No, I mean
If
just
you cast it, it's gonna.
in the room.
Yeah. Oh shit! Is there anything in this room that's magical? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Would his key be in the that man? Yeah,
How did
something
he get
doesn't
into
add
his
Oh wait,
room if he was in the dirt?
there is something magical in the room. It's within Sextus's. It's with Sextus.
Can I focus on it and get an aura of magic?
It's an enchantment.
We could just go ask him.
But it's just something on him. It's not him himself, right?
It's not him himself.
Yeah.
Correct.
My guess is it's probably something like the ring that Arturo had on that would allow him to communicate with his wife. But this would allow him to communicate with Val. That would be my guess. But we can ask him if you guys want.
Let's ask.
There's nothing magical inside the evidence box.
Correct. Correct.
Okay. Um. Hey, Ezra walks up to the bar. Hey, Sextus.
Yes.
Just checking in. You have a magical item on your person. You know about that, right?
He looks over your shoulder, sees that the guards are paying attention, and he nods.
Okay. What do you mind telling me what it is?
It's a ring.
Allows you to communicate or protect you or
Yeah.
okay. All right, we're still working. Don't worry. We're gonna get you safe and sound.
Um,
We're-
uh, Sextus, do you remember unlocking your door when you went home last night?
No, I always lock my door before I go to sleep. Always, no matter where I am.
No. When you first was the door
When you
locked when
went,
you got there?
yeah. Did you have to unlock it when you got back to your room to get into the room?
Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you do with the key?
I put it in my dresser.
Got it.
Okay.
Who were you drinking with?
Val and Kalis and oh shit, I just forgot the name of Kalis's guy. I've made too many
Garth.
NPCs. No,
Is Garth? No.
Kalis's guy. Come on, what's his name?
You're right. Garth is Gilderoy's guy.
How did he get? How did he get the? How did he get drugged? That's the question.
Did he? Did you call it an
Opie.
early night?
His name is
Opie?
Opie. Remember?
Yeah. When did you go to bed early or late or?
I don't know. It
I don't know.
wasn't. You guys asked him this before. It was, you know, before midnight, but not super early.
Yeah, it was before the murder, so he doesn't have an alibi because like nobody was with him at the time of the murder. He was asleep.
Correct.
Okay. All right. What do you guys think is going on with this key thing? He says he put it in his dresser. He says he locked it. His room. So at
It
some
feels
point
like
in the middle, go on.
sort of weird that someone would take the key out of the room and not lock the door.
Well, they wanted Mouse to be able to get in, and they wanted the guards to be able to get in to abduct him. They didn't want him locked in the room. Do you remember how earlier Bill said that there were bushes outside the door? Let's go talk to those bushes.
Outside the window. And yeah.
Well, I did ask about a bush outside the door, and you seemed to indicate there might be one.
What? No. The door goes to the hallway. The bush is outside the window.
Let's run the tape back. All right. So there's no plants right outside the door.
There's no plants outside the door. There's plants outside the window. There's a bush. You can go there. It's a very obvious spot. Like, oh, like if you know, like, oh, I tossed the thing in here and I kicked some dirt over it. It would not actually hide anything from anyone for any length of time. Jonesy is full of shit.
Dirk, do you want to
Yeah.
talk to this bush?
Yes. I can't speak with plants. Such a good idea.
You have speak with plants?
We're just doing this again. We're doing the whole gag again.
Look, I have speak with plants. Okay. You brought this up. You can't be like, do you want to talk with this bush? And then be like, oh, you're going to do that again? Can't have it both ways.
No, I feel like Bill was rehashing the gag from the first time that we waffled for 10 minutes and then you said, are there plants in the room? And then you talked to the plants. Anyway, let's try to move past it. We can make me the bad guy of the whole thing if you want, but let's try to move past it.
You know that's my whole thing is to make you the bad guy.
Yeah,
You're the
yeah.
authority figure.
Yeah.
All right. I got the bush.
All right. Hey, what's your name?
Hey. What's up?
Hey, yeah. So, we are looking for some people,
Hmm.
and we wanted to find. There was like a dagger here last night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Someone like came by and just like threw it right
somebody
underneath
came by
me.
and that's wild. Just threw it
Yeah.
underneath you.
It was covered in blood. It was just like it was the weirdest thing, man. And they didn't even
Yeah,
like try to hide it. They just like kicked some dirt over it. Like they were having a they were having a dirt kicking party, and it was just like the thing to do, like just like throw a
that sounds
dagger and like kick some dirt underneath it, man. It
sounds
was
like a cool party, man. This sounds like a
yeah,
crazy, crazy, crazy
yeah.
party.
I mean, it's way better than getting pissed on or puked on. 'Cause I gotta be honest with you, man, that shit happens all the time,
Well,
man.
you are a bush.
Yeah, but I have feelings, man.
I know. I
I
know.
don't,
Do you want
I
to
don't,
talk about it?
I don't want to be just like pissed on or like puked in. Like I just want some sun and
Would
to
you like
hang out.
if I
Don't
got
knock it till you try
somebody?
it, Bill.
Yeah. Would it be nice for you if I made somebody put a sign up that said "Do not puke or piss on this bush," and I put it right next to this bush?
Oh man, you could do that. You could
I could
do
do that.
that.
I could do that just for you.
Oh, that would be
Um.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, but I do something for you. You do something for me.
Yeah, dude, you just say, I mean, I'm a bush, but
Can
yeah.
you can you describe to me the person that threw the dagger under your skirt?
Uh, Yeah, man. He takes a few minutes and describes Sextus, and then he's like, "And it wasn't just the dagger either, man. It was the dagger, and it was the ring. Oh, I think he might have just dropped the ring, you know."
Where did he drop the ring?
Oh, it's right down there. It's like see where the hole is? Like, just kick aside some of the dirt. It's right
I
there,
do.
man. Yeah, there's a
I
ring.
do.
There's a signet ring.
All right. I pick up the ring and I tell everybody that he's pretty the I don't want to assume the Bush's gender. They have pretty accurately described Sextus and said that Sextus dropped this ring.
Let's take a look at the ring.
It's
Can you ask,
go ahead.
Dirk? Can you ask the plant if Sextus smelled like anything?
Yeah, I do.
Uh, I don't have a nose, man, but he had a real sort of like earthy vibe to him. You know what I mean?
Earthy vibe. Yeah,
Yeah.
like mushrooms, like the way mushrooms
Yeah.
smell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like the way mushrooms smell.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, cool,
Yeah, the
man.
plant says he smelled like mushrooms.
He
Mm.
just like
Let's
came
take a look at that.
around and like, you know, just threw a dagger down, man. Yeah.
Cool.
Can I take a look at the ring, Dirk?
Yeah, sure. I hand it over.
It's a signet ring with the symbol of House Valerii on it. Would you like to? That's
I lick
first
it.
glance. Does have blood on it.
Can I tell if it's the same blood as the letter?
What? No. It is real blood though.
This is real blood. Don't know if it matches the letter or not, guys.
I I can't tell if I hate or love the fact that we've created a blood licking dwarf.
Drinking as well.
That was actually just wine, which is why you drank it.
Man, the signet ring. That's interesting. House Valeria.
We should take it back to Sextus and see if it's his.
Yeah, we can do that.
Sextus looks at it and says, "It's fake."
How can one tell
No,
that it's
that's real blood. I licked it.
It's a fake ring, Zerwin.
Oh,
how can you tell that it's a fake ring?
We'll take a good look at it. I
Go
mean,
on.
really look at it. Now that he points it out, you know what it reminds you of more than anything else?
costume jewelry.
Yeah. Costume jewelry. It's a prop.
Cool. Well, I
How
think
the
we
fuck
just
did
found our.
Jonesy miss this?
That is the question that I was hoping someone would ask. Jonesy, master investigator, missed the shiny ring that he was clearly meant to find and add to the evidence box.
Yeah.
There's actually some
Well,
funny stories here, but okay. It's not funny if I have to explain it, assholes.
now tell me more about the assholes.
That's you.
Oh, it's me. Wait, no. Me?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
It's me?
yeah, yeah.
All right. Yeah, it was always me. Well, hey, uh,
That's it.
hey,
You guys found
guards.
all the clues. Good job.
Well, now we're gonna see if we can go talk to Tort. Hey, do you guys know which room is Tort's room?
Yes. They tell you where it is.
All right. We're gonna go knock on that door.
Come and knock on my door. No? Okay, well, yeah. You knock on the door, there's no answer.
Try the handle.
It's locked.
Jenna.
Yeah, Jana, do you mind? Are there people around?
Yeah, there's people here and there. You can wait till there's
Right.
a moment if
Should
you
we
want.
stand in a semicircle
I
in
was gonna say
front of
let's
the
make a
door?
human wall. What are we doing? Make a
Yep.
human
Yep.
wall.
Yep. Everybody.
Humanoid.
Everybody
wall.
over 4 feet tall makes a human wall.
What do I roll? Sleight of hand?
Yeah.
I'll give you the help action.
Okay. Natural 20.
It pops right open.
Wow.
25
All right,
total.
everybody in. Well, actually, hold on. Can you check it for traps before we open that door?
You set up
It's too
everybody,
late.
and I walked right in.
Yep,
Yeah, I walked right
everybody's
in.
Yeah. And
Can we get hit by a fireball?
Nope, no traps. Who
Okay.
traps their own bedroom?
I would.
That fucking
Fungal
dragon, dude.
demons. Fungal demons.
6-year-olds.
All those are fair points. You're correct.
All right.
What do we see in the room?
It's immaculate. It's clear no one has slept here in at least 3 or 4 days.
Hmm.
Things are untouched.
Tort.
Tort!
Where do you guys think Tort has been sleeping if not here?
He's a fungal
You
demon. He
know,
doesn't
you
sleep.
know where he's been sleeping. The actual Tort's been sleeping in the jail cell, and the fungal demons don't sleep. You know that too.
Yeah,
Are
but
there
where
any
do you
red
think
goblins?
he's been sleeping?
That's fair. No, that's fair, Dirk. You're right.
Cool. Yeah. All right. There's probably nothing worthwhile to do in this room, right? Do we want to look around? It's probably more meaningful to leave it immaculate so that we can point out, hey, nobody's been sleeping in that room.
Mm-hmm.
And this Tort guy is supposed to be a human being, which means he needs to sleep every so often.
He's a human being.
That's
Human
what I said.
beings. All right, so you leave the room and lock it behind you?
I think so. Is there a key?
Not that you see.
Okay.
As you exit, who should round the corner as you're closing the door behind you and locking it? But Mouse. He grins. Oh, I bet you want me to keep quiet about this, don't you? Don't you?
Hey, Owen.
Intimidate him, Zerwin.
Owen, can you do you mind us sniffing this guy out a little bit?
Divine sense. Is he a demon?
Nope. He's just a greedy prick.
Mouse,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you here.
Yeah.
There's some really scary shit going on in this house.
Uh-huh.
And if I were you, I'd get the fuck out of here right now and not look back.
20 gold. I mean, you were just breaking into Tort's room.
Yeah. Hey, do you want come here and take a look?
Not a
Tort has
chance. No, he takes a step back. No. I could go tell them right now that you were doing that. Or you could just pay my 20 gold and never have to worry about me again.
Tort
I'll
hasn't
leave.
been in this room for days. It's not even Tort's room anymore. It's nobody's room. Nobody's been in there.
That is
I'll say it. Get the fuck out.
that is fascinating, he says. Jenny, you give him 20 gold?
Yeah.
I am going to the city, he says.
What are you gonna do there?
Gamble and get drunk.
And con people
Right.
out of 20 gold.
I mean, At least this is sort of like upfront extortion. Like, I don't know.
You should pick his pocket.
Thanks,
Steal all of
lady.
our money back.
I'm really angry that Bill made us all play good characters.
Hey, at least you made yours.
Hell, one of these days I'm gonna get in a fight.
I could just cut his head off right now.
He's a paladin.
Yeah.
Ding. All right. You make
yeah.
it to dinner time. Let's cut through the bullshit here. The dinner is as the previous dinner was. Everyone's in the grand room. Do you know who's not in the grand room? Is the Tort that you know is the real Tort. And neither is Opie. Kalis is there. He's got some other guard with him. He motions for you all to come over when he sees you. Val is also confined to her rooms. Do you go over and talk to Kalis?
Yep.
Do you all have a plan? Because
Yeah.
they're gonna try to fuck over Val tonight.
Yeah. So we have a bunch of evidence, and we're gonna try to use that to center blame on Gilderoy and on the fake Garth and Calico. Yep,
And
because they're
Gilderoy.
not real people.
And Gilderoy.
Did I not say him yet?
He
You said Garth and Calico.
Here's
And
the
Gilderoy.
issue. Here's the issue. He's going to ask me to preside over this because I'm the highest ranking person here. So I have to keep up public appearances that I'm making this a fair trial. So just keep that in mind. Sure enough, after the second course is served, Gilderoy stands up and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, people of all ages, peoples of all kinds, we have, instead of a play this evening, we have another kind of performance. We have a murder trial, an actual murder trial. Here," he says, and he motions towards one door, and they bring out Sextus in chains, "stands the accused, murderer, caught red-handed in the act, arrested in his rooms, outside of which was found the murder weapon buried in a little pit outside his window. A letter." He holds up the letter. Or he reaches for the letter. A letter. "Ezra, the letter, please." And he points to you. "A letter which indicates his guilt and reveals the motive behind this murder."
This trial is a sham.
There's
Ezra
gasps.
belts out.
People are abuzz. "Excuse
Ezra
me?"
produces the letter. Anyone worth their salt who took a look at this letter would see that while it was a practiced hand of a skilled forger, this is not the handwriting of Skip Poopley.
"I suppose you're an expert in Skip's handwriting."
Yeah, I work for him.
There's more gasps. "You work for him?"
Yeah, the true emperor of the Publian Empire. You better believe it.
Oh my god. Okay. There are people literally standing up and they're like there's a commotion, there's yelling. There is like guards come running in. Like it is a shit show. Let's see. Well, let's see. How is this going to go? Okay. One table full of people immediately starts screaming that you should be arrested for treason. One table full of people starts screaming at that table. About 30% of the room seems to think that you should be arrested on the spot. About 30% of the room seems to think that you should become some sort of folk hero. And about 30% of the room seems to think that even if you are correct, you should never have said that out loud. It is chaos.
So what does the last 10% do?
I should have said about a third. You're correct. Maybe 10% of the people
Good
aren't doing
people,
anything.
please let me lay out my case. As mentioned, the aforementioned letter, which
Hold on,
is a
hold on.
forgery.
You can say, "Good people, please don't make my case," but they are not going to do that. It gets
Everybody move.
um,
That would be Zerwind who would have to say
Yeah.
that, though.
Yeah.
Gilderoy eventually has to. I'm trying to think. Ezra, you surprised me. I'm not exactly sure what Gilderoy's going to do here. Okay, he is going to. Eventually, Gilderoy's going to hold up his hands for quiet, and it's going to sort of like slowly simmer to like a, a simmer. Um, and he says, "I see you've revealed your true character, Ezra. Very well. Supposing you get out of this evening without being arrested for treason. Is there anything else you'd like to say to further incriminate yourself and your friends?"
All right, first piece of evidence. We have this letter, which is clearly a forgery. Anyone who knows the Publii family would be able to recognize Skip's handwriting, and this is not his handwriting. Also, not real blood. This is fake blood, the kind used by actors in stage productions. Piece of evidence number one. Piece of evidence number two. Your guards, who were supposed to search the premises for the murder weapon, happened to miss one important piece of evidence that was planted along with the dagger outside of Sextus's room, namely this ring here. It does bear the sigil of the Valerii family. However, anyone who examines it can see that it is clearly costume jewelry. Again, a prop the kind used in stage productions. People help me out here. What's the next piece of evidence?
These guys
Tell
are-
them about the bush.
His door was unlocked.
Yeah, we should definitely talk about somebody's bush.
Yeah. Also, you guys should be peeing on that bush. That's
Third
feeling.
piece of evidence. One of the servants, Mouse, arrived early this morning to Sextus's room and found it unlocked. Sextus, I think we would all agree, is a fastidious fellow who always locks up at the end of the night before going to bed. It's very strange that he would leave the door unlocked and open for anybody to just waltz in. That door was clearly unlocked by one of the staff members here, someone very high up who would have access to the room, so that the guards would have an easy way of entering the room to plant evidence and arrest the man in the morning. What's next? Help me out, guys. I'm
What he told
monologuing.
in the wine box.
Yes. Third, we're in the room with the stage, all right? Or this is fourth, actually. We're in the room with the stage, Bill.
The stage is behind you.
We're in a room where these stage productions go on. I posit that someone disguised themselves to look like Sextus, committed the murder, and then came here to stash the bloodied clothing. How do I know? We found it last evening underneath the fake blood underneath the stage, along with disposed of stage makeup and what do you call the fake noses and stuff?
Prosthetics.
Prosthetics. And I don't know. Jana, can you, or not Jana, Dirk, can you retrieve those things?
No, I'm doing something else. As Ezra is saying all of these things, I'm slowly creeping closer secretly to Gilderoy.
Okay, so Ezra says, Dirk, can you get those things? And Dirk's like halfway across the room against the wall.
Yes.
Everyone turns to Dirk.
I'm doing something.
I'll go get the stuff.
Bring a couple guards with you so that they can vouch for what they see.
I continue creeping.
Sure. Give me. Where's Jonesy and Timmons? Actually, not Jonesy. He missed the ring. Where's Smith and Timmons?
Oh, they're day shift. It's evening shift now.
All right. Who do I got?
Grab everybody.
Now, wise and learned people of the Publian Empire, I know that you are well aware that there have been disappearances out in the farmlands near Sandkeel Hay, up in the riverheads. We actually were sent to investigate that, and what we found is there are these fiendish creatures that are disguising themselves as common folk.
Out of game, Ezra. I don't think you were there for this conversation, but Kalis told us to never tell anybody these things. All the shit you said, he literally said, "Don't tell this to anybody." But go ahead. You
Wait,
don't
the
know
whole thing, all of the evidence and everything, or just the
not
part
the
about
evidence, but like the fungal demons. We should not talk about Skip. We should not talk about any of that stuff. We should not give people our history. That's why everybody's gasping, and Jan and I both reacted physically when you said Skip is the true emperor.
Well, it would interjecting right when I said it to try to
It's too
retcon
late.
it right
That's out of
then
the
would
bag.
have been helpful.
We're gonna fucking ride this dragon now, and I mean that both
And
figuratively
someone else is going
and
to tell
literally.
the story and claim credit for it. So
So do you want me to keep going with the
Yeah,
conclusion that there are creatures, fiendish in origin, that are disguising themselves as common folk, and we believe that the host of this gathering, Gilderoy,
Am I close enough to Gilderoy to grapple him?
You'd have to leap about 10 feet, but you can get pretty. You're about 10 feet away.
is
Yeah, I'm
are the
doing
three of
that.
them here?
The end of the
Are-
campaign.
What the heck? Listen, man, it's been a long day. Are the three of them here? Are Gilderoy and Calico and Torta all here?
You don't see Calico, but Gilderoy is there and Tort is there.
The host Gilderoy, his colleagues Torta and Calico.
It's just Tort.
Sorry, Tortoise.
tortoise.
Courtois.
Fucking Ezra brings a grenade to the end of the party
This,
and then
this
falls
is the
on
most
it.
epic
Where'd you get that
speech.
grenade? I don't know. They have been replaced. And how can we tell that they have?
Am I grappling Gilderoy yet?
Oh, you want to actually do it?
Yes.
Oh, then you're gonna have to roll initiative.
It wasn't done yet.
Yeah,
everything was going so well.
Oh,
You're
caught
also
me monologuing.
promoting me.
Just an 11.
11.
He also rolled an 11. What's your dex?
My dexterity is +5.
You're gonna go first.
You have a +5 in your dexterity?
Yeah, I am very nimble.
All right, so you going to make an attack roll to attempt to grapple.
Yeah,
Okay.
just a normal
So-
D20.
Regardless of what happens now, the entire party turns to chaos. And
It's an
Dirk
athletics
is
check.
on the other side of a very long hallway room.
And none of us have weapons.
Oh, wait, it might not be an athletics
I
check.
have weapons.
Ezra is a weapon. I can smite through his ankles if I need to.
I'd like to hear how
I will
Gullet's gonna
use
get us out of
your
it.
calcaneus as some kind of spear.
I'd like to hear how Galatus is going to get out of this. Is that what you said? That's pretty
Yes.
good. I like that.
That is like what the shit is in my pockets now.
Okay. Okay.
I
What was your attack roll?
It's just you just want a normal D20, right?
It's an
Yeah,
unarmed
it's an
strike.
unarmed strike,
Unarmed
so
strike,
it's
Oh yeah. 18.
Nice. No, yeah, you grapple him all right. Okay. All hell breaks
As I
loose.
grapple him, I say, "This guy, Shrew."
This guy's wait. Your microphone cut out. You scream, "This guy's a fucking mushroom" at the top of your lungs.
Yes. Yeah. We're in it. If we're in it, we're in it.
Wait, so
Ezra has committed us to Hades, and I am going down on a red dragon
What the
into
fuck
hell.
happened?
there's a lot of reasons I shouldn't be in charge, but the last 15 minutes is like most of the top 10.
oh god. The only thing, well, no, go ahead.
Holy shit! Did the wheels properly come off? All right, like, okay, well, okay, so
I mean,
I don't know what the rest of you want to do, but everyone in the hall stands up and starts screaming. You get one glimpse of Kalis, and he looks pissed, like real mad.
Don't
Some
worry, guys. We're gonna turn it around.
some guards come rushing in. Everyone who wants to be in combat needs to roll initiative now. Otherwise, you're out of combat. And I'm only going to do a couple. I'm not going to run this whole big long combat, but I want to run through the first few minutes of this so I can see what you guys are actually going to do before we end for the night.
Well, what I really was hoping is that I could, because he's a pompous guy, I was gonna try to work him up to show us that he doesn't have one of these tattoos. Maybe I should have explained that to you guys a little earlier, but now we'll never know because we're
No.
gonna fucking burn him to death.
This went perfect.
7.
18.
Fuck, I don't even have my stuff out. I was not expecting this. Hold on.
I go 7.
You and me
19.
both.
What did you say?
19.
What could we have done any differently? There's nothing that we could have done.
Zerwin,
any
what'd you
differently.
roll?
No, we
was
have
always
to
the way
roll
this was gonna go.
speech.
I haven't rolled yet. I didn't know if I was. I have to. I rolled a. Oh wait, I get advantage on that.
It was inevitable.
13.
Dirk, what'd you roll?
No, Kalis
An
was in
11,
charge
but
of
I'm already
the.
engaged.
Kalis was in charge of the trial. We could have just presented the evidence, and he could have pretended like it was enough.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah, but you also said that there were a bunch of fungus people and that we worked for fucking
Okay.
Skip.
All right.
It went perfect. I'm
It
not
went
upset about
exactly
this.
the way they were supposed to.
No, I'm upset.
You're gonna
because
get my.
I feel
You're
like-
gonna get my danger awesome point tonight because it was the most fucking dangerous thing anybody has done yet in this campaign, and
If
we've done
any-
some stupid
if
shit.
anybody gives a danger awesome point to anybody else than Ezra for this like ridiculous shit that he just pulled,
Okay. It's a
It seemed
the
that
most-
crazy to me.
it's the most epic shit that's ever happened in this campaign.
All right, I need to know what you're gonna do. Let's just do this. Let's just do one round so you can see what's gonna happen, and I can see what's gonna happen, and we'll end it there. So, the room is approximately 80 feet long and 40 feet wide. Right now, it is full of people. Owen, you have first dibs. Are you gonna try to? What are you gonna try to do?
We have no weapons.
You have daggers, and that's it.
Well, and if anybody did anyone not have a magic weapon? If you didn't have a magic weapon, then you probably brought it with you.
A non-magical short bow and short sword.
There you go.
I have a non-magical battle axe.
Yep. Owen,
I have a light hammer.
there you go.
Amazing.
I draw my light hammer and I hold my action.
Do
Okay.
you want me?
'Cause I don't know what the fuck, like, all of a sudden we're fighting who? We don't know.
Okay, Jana.
Who of the fungus people we know about, who am I closest to?
Who's the focus people we know about
So-
who am I closest to?
Gilderoy and
Those are
Tort
totally normal.
are basically right next to each other. They're also right next to Dirk. So 3 of them are not completely on the other side of the room, but pretty close to the other side of the room. You
Okay,
guys
that's
were
80
closer to the
feet.
stage. They were mostly closer to the back.
I mean, I'm back from underneath the stage at this point, right? They
You
did
didn't
send
even
me down
really
there.
you didn't even really get there. You were
Okay.
just starting to head out.
But so now at this point, I'm as far away as I could be, essentially, from
Yeah, but you also have
Aurelia.
2 guards around you. What do you think, Jana?
I'm gonna try to get see, so I'm 30 feet away, or I'm 80 feet away.
No, probably closer to 60.
60. So I could get there if I um basically I'm gonna try to shoot I'm gonna try to assassinate one of these fuckers with a sword, with a bow.
With the
From
short bow?
Yeah, well, so it's got 80 feet range.
Okay. I'll let you roll
Ooh.
that. Does everyone know what you're going to do?
I'm gonna talk to the guards that are standing next to me and be like, guys, it's all part of the entertainment. Remember last night?
Hmm.
Remember, I have to do, I guess,
Give me a persuasion roll.
persuasion.
Well, you could do charm. Sorry.
Charm isn't really a thing. It's got to be persuasion
Persuasion or, yeah, it's not intimidation.
or deception,
Could be
right? Would
deception.
be. I get it doesn't. I'm gonna roll persuasion here because I have advantage. Let's see.
I got a 22 to hit.
Who are you shooting? Gilderoy or Tort?
Dirk is grappling Gilderoy, right?
Correct.
Tort.
Okay.
You're welcome.
I'll tell you what happens in just a second. You can roll your damage. Is everyone, what are you going to do? So what'd you roll?
I rolled a 16 persuasion.
Yeah. They're like, oh, fuck yeah. That was pretty good last night. Everyone's screaming and running around. They're like, fucking rich people are so crazy. One of them
I
turns.
Is
I totally agree.
They're like, we should probably step out for a second and let the actor troop do the thing. And they literally just walk out the side door.
All right. I grab a glass
Dude,
of
tell
wine off
all
the
your
nearest
friends.
table. That's the other thing.
Jana, which one did you hit?
Tort.
Tort.
All right.
Is Tort surprised right now?
He definitely doesn't see Jana's arrow coming.
So if Tort is surprised, it's a critical hit.
All right, here's what's
And
gonna.
you also should have advantage on the attack.
He's
So
definitely been
you
okay.
get your sneak attack, and as long as he's surprised, it's a critical hit.
Yay. So that means I get to roll it twice?
You're damaged twice.
Yeah. And the sneak, all of the damage gets rolled twice, so that includes the sneak attack.
Gilderoy roars, and 2 things happen. Let's see how many people he gets.
Oh, jeez.
All right, how's your damage, Jana?
It's a lot.
I needed a calculator. 62.
Okay. Gilderoy roars, and 7 people in your immediate vicinity, Dirk, all immediately turn angrily towards you and like jump you. And Tort, who is across the table, explodes. And that's where we'll end the evening.
Would you say it was an explosive retort?
And that was, you know what, Duncan, I feel like I'll be really proud of that one. That was pretty good. Okay.
Is it like a poison gas explosion or
Oh
like a
yeah,
different...
no, it's 100% a poison gas explosion.
Worse than Zerwin's, or
You know,
is it unique?
well, let's not dither about who killed who.
Guys, I don't know if I can walk around and breathe in that much poison. I tried. I've done it once, but I can't do it again.
All right. So when we
I'm
get
gonna
back,
die.
when we get back, I think you might. When we get back, it's going to be Geldis' turn, and then Ezra's turn, and then Owen, who held action. But there is very clearly some sort of charm effect on 5 people that are around you, and Tort has exploded. And that is where we will end scene. That's where we're gonna start next time. That was wow. You know, just when I thought you guys had no surprises left for me, just when I was like, oh, they're getting a little predictable these days. Yeah. Just when I thought you couldn't get any dumber, you go and do something like this, and totally redeem yourselves. Okay.
It
Wow,
was
that was
really,
something.
really, really dumb what we did.
There's really only one thing to do.
This is
That-
why it's
that's-
important to not miss sessions, so that you have all of the information when you go into your big speech.
There's only one thing to do, and that's to open that Stampede bottle indoors. That is what we're gonna. That's what you should do when we get back.
Well, you should butter up first
Well,
before you
No,
do it.
I got plans.
Well, I got the guards to leave. I might have to do that here.
You
But they're
don't
gonna
have
charge
the
me.
Stampede bottle.
Oh,
Yeah,
god
it's in my
damn it!
bag of holding.
I would love for you to do that in this room. I really would. But you don't have it. You do have the butter, though. In fact, you have 2 whole sticks of butter.
I think I have a third stick. I got a
Probably
stick from the
melted
kitchen
butter at this
last night
point.
too.
Oh,
I
okay.
grabbed a third stick from the kitchen.
All right, give each other danger awesome points. I don't know if anybody in the crowd is still watching, but they missed an explosive ending.
Mine's
Ezra
going to
gets
Dirk
mine.
Why?
because you kicked off something that's going to be catastrophic, and at least it'll be different. You know, it's
Mine
going to be
was-
Also,
awesome.
Thought Ezra kicked it off, but thank you.
one of the lamest insults of all time. This guy's a fucking mushroom. Just,
Deanna, who'd you give yours to?
Also-
Because he's a fun guy.
I could just see you like leaping at a guy and yelling that at him. This guy's a fucking
But-
mushroom.
But it's lame, but also devastating.
Is it?
It's not even lame.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
comical.
If it's true, then yeah.
Oh boy.
Mine goes to Ezra. Of course.
Don't take shit from that shiitake.
I feel like I was just watching Braveheart and I was exhorted to pursue freedom.
My
Yes,
ploy
remember
in the back
when-
of the room theoretically could work if I could get the real Tort to somehow walk in to the fucking kitchen or into this meal now. I think we could play this off as it was just all part of the show.
Well, we have the real Garth. That would have been a part of.
That's what I'm talking about. I need
Yeah,
the real
that would've-
Garth to walk in now.
Garth
That would have
Crane.
been a better plan. But
Alright,
we didn't do this well.
I'll give my danger awesome point to Dirk for preemptively anticipating me, even though that's not really what I wanted him to do. But points for enthusiasm.
Just a
Anybody
fucking
out there
giant
still watching?
Dragonborn try to sneak along the outside of the room is also very funny.
He's a lizard man.
I am a ranger.
Yeah, but if your back is against
inside!
the wall, what is your tail doing? Like while
He's
your
an
back
urban
is against
cowboy.
the wall.
He's great. He can
It's-
do whatever he
It's
wants.
literally I put my back against the wall and I hold my tail between my legs.
I was
up
gonna say it's got to
against
be
my
coming up
chest.
from between your legs, right? Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Galadis, Owen, did you guys
It's
give her
very
danger awesome
stealthy.
points?
I gave mine to Dirk.
I go by Ezra.
Jenna, did you give one out?
I gave mine to Ezra.
All right.
Yeah.
Can I just say I'm really excited I got to kill another named NPC?
I don't know if you killed him. Did you kill him?
Well,
He
he
exploded.
Yeah, he's an ex NPC now.
So maybe they do explode when they die.
Uh,
What were they, psychos?
so All right, so I had previously written down that if you discovered every clue, everyone would get a danger awesome point, and you did. So everyone gets it. And also, you're probably going to need them in the upcoming session, is what I'm guessing. So everyone gets a danger awesome point, and then I'm going to give mine to Zerwin. Um, that last minute thing that you just did with the guards was really clever, and
Hmm.
it was well done in the last minute.
Oh, I was gonna get the shit kicked out of me back there.
Yeah. Well, listen, you've solved every clue. You you had all the answers really an hour and a half ago. You found out that it was Gilderoy a while ago. You just kept going, and I like that. Uh, I like the tenacious determinism. Um, it's better than dithering. And I honestly have no fucking idea what the. I'm going to spend all week thinking about what the political repercussions of this are going to be. So thanks for that.
No, everybody loves us. No one's gonna get hurt.
It's like the first thing that Kayla said to you was like, okay, so first of all, don't talk about any of this to anyone because it's potentially catastrophic. It's like the first thing he said to you guys when he met you.
That's not your fault, Ezra. We should have warned you
Yeah.
for sure.
Wait, he wasn't here that session? That was a
No.
while
No,
ago.
I think that was 2 weeks ago when I didn't
But
join
he
until
showed up.
really
He
late.
showed up at the very end, and that was the
Wait.
first thing we
So
talked
we
to him
missed
about.
the part where we talked to Kalis.
Yeah, I
Mm.
definitely did.
Zerwin and I talked to
I feel like
Kalis.
I would have remembered that. That feels
You
like
definitely would
something.
have. You definitely would
Was it in
have.
the notes?
Uh,
All right. I'm going to end the
Probably.
stream. Good night, y'all.
Thanks, everybody.
All right.